Sorry.
Dude, you gotta try it. Makes you feel good.
Hey.
Hello
there.
Welcome to episode 15. My name is Tommy, and these are my players.
Hi.
Hello.
They find themselves in a hallway, unfortunately not in a market. Undyne, the fishy person with little fin ears, is guiding them down a hallway, looks back at you guys amidst all these corpses that are in the room, and she says, "Where are we going?"
Sorry, I was vastly distracted by the sound of squeaking plastic emanating from the hall.
I was stirring my drink. No, not that.
What's plastic?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Don't worry
Remember when I
about
was doing that through the microphone in Destiny during a raid?
Whoever's doing that, stop.
Whatever you guys need, I'll do it. Just please
I
don't
was
ever do that
crying
again.
laughing.
Holy shnikes.
Snakey indeed.
Okay. Wasn't that with Crota?
That's what I deserve.
That was the Crota battle.
Oh.
That was so great.
That was awful.
Poor DM. What have I been saying?
Alright.
Alright, Undyne.
Poor
What?
DM.
I am hurt.
How so?
Physically speaking.
Oh, that's right, because we fought some guards.
We
Their
have-
bodies are all around. Are you even listening? Or looking?
We have a
Were you?
healer.
I'm sorry, I'm upset.
I'll go ahead and cast Heal on Undyne. Cast?
I feel better.
Not yet, you don't.
Okay.
It's 6 plus... You heal for 19.
That almost fully heals, right?
Now you'll feel better.
I do.
Aww.
It's really weird. But okay.
Can you heal me?
I leveled.
People
I don't
are
need
so
healing.
needy.
I
Let me mark off my MP first so I don't
am very
forget.
needy.
Heal Angoromir. Cast. This is why 2 sets of dice, darling. Heal for 17.
Super, thank you.
Thank you for explaining yourself because I was about to ask.
Thank you.
That and I like having all the pretty clacky rocks out that I can.
Right by the mic.
Right by the mic. Yep.
Well, there are
This
worse
is how
things.
this is
to
how I
do
leave
by
my
the
mark. You're welcome, listeners. Jenny, do you need healing? Sorry. Agate, do you need
Oh,
healing?
level.
She
Oh, you leveled. You all good. And I didn't take any damage.
She leveled. I rested.
Shriveled blue dick tongue.
In your bag.
You are not wrong, sir.
I have way too much shit in mine. Oh, I have a limp blue deck tongue myself.
Super. It was the mimic remains.
Yes, the mimic tongue just shriveled up and was blue and looked like dong.
Amazing. I love you guys. Amazing.
I'm kind of actually voting for the King's Chambers.
Oh.
Like, while people are still in there, basically, because, like, they could just, like, leave, and then, wah, wah, you know? So, like, if we waste too much time, then it's like we can, like, miss our opportunity, so to speak.
Oh, that makes
But
sense.
at the same time, I know that you're very emotionally invested,
Right.
Dionysia.
That's what's pulling. Agate.
So I'm kind of leaning, as we have been, towards you leading us in terms of making the choice on what we do next. Because you're very distraught.
Right.
And you're...
It's like
you're,
mascara
you're,
just down
you're,
my
you're
face.
brooding.
And then after, like, if there's a
Just
moment where it's
radiate
not,
aura.
like, irreverent to mention it, maybe my character will be like, okay, what about a labyrinth? Y'all feeling a labyrinth?
Yeah, we're definitely feeling that.
So we hadn't spent that night together and gotten really close.
Yeah.
Maybe,
7 nights.
you know, yeah, that.
Many
I just
nights.
really give a
Many
shit
a
about
night.
my friend and her
Yeah.
predicament. Yeah. That's my loyalty right now.
You can see, like, you know when you look at somebody who's, like, trying to compute, like, a freaking really hard equation or something, and their eyes are doing that thing where they're, like, all over the place thinking, and they're just
Or
kind
me
of
doing
darting
basic
around.
math.
So Cody, when he's wondering why he's not getting food.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
He's right here. He's my buddy. You can't have him.
Yeah, he's licking the carpet for some reason. I don't know what that's about.
Okay, my cat licks a brick wall time to time.
I mean, I
My
lick my
kid licks
pillow.
her
and
ass.
Taylor's
Cats are
nice enough not to
insane.
mention
My
that.
cats are stupid
glad
as
somebody
fuck.
else
I
heard that
don't care
too.
who hears that.
Your cats are insane.
Oh, my cat's stupid too. I understand. But I love her.
Kyo's funny. Like, I'm pretty. Look at my. Look how
you-
pretty I am.
Do you remember that time I hurt my paw? Yeah.
Remember that
You were
time?
there for that?
Remember that time that Trevor stayed over and the cat tried to sleep on my face?
You are
Anyway.
not welcome here.
Can't breathe.
I must have thought you were Pyramid baby.
Getting sat on by Jabba the Hutt.
Meow.
Cat just drops on you with the sound of Boshuta.
Ego Wadada.
Really? The Family Guy Star Wars?
Yeah.
A Wookiee Nipper Pinchy. Okay. I know what Trevor wants to do. I'm honestly trying to decide if it would make sense for where Dionysia's headspace is to do it.
Yeah.
What would in this situation? What would Trevor like to do?
Trevor wants to find Poe and the soul. I'm trying to like mentally go like, could I legitimately make that decision as Dionysia and have it make sense? Yeah,
No.
yeah. I'm not going to say why,
So
but
Why not?
That's his choice. We're close.
does she look like she's emotionally sharing right now?
No. No.
I'm getting a Jon Snow brooding.
Yeah,
Delicious.
except I'm taller.
Oh.
I want to find Poe. We need that soul.
Well, he's in one of these 6 doors.
You don't know which?
Well, I know he's probably not in the
Use your this.
lounge.
Use your this.
Use your this.
The peapots.
Yeah, I will
Understood.
follow Agat's suggestion and try it because I have met Poe before. I'm hoping I can recognize him via mental prowess. Hup. 23.
He is in the 3rd door on the left. The last door.
No,
on the
no,
left.
no, 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 that one.
How do you know? Oh wait, never. Yeah. Okay.
May I use an ability?
in Saturday Night Live. Magic.
May I use an ability real quick?
No. It's not the DM saying no. It's Undyne.
Oh.
No. You muse aloud a lot. Just in the hallway of the council. Guys, can I use an ability?
Just real quick, before we leave this
Homies.
current area, I would like to use my mysticism.
On what?
And I would like to use it on the door to the King's Chambers. And, like, that room in particular. I want to see, or predict the future, to see if anyone is going to leave. Specifically, I'm just trying to gauge the number of people in the near future.
In the
Basically.
not too distant future.
Mystery Science Theater! Woo! That is a 9er plus 7 magic for 16.
You believe that you see no one leaving that chamber for several hours.
I let the party know.
Too much
I say,
time on my
my
hands.
foresight tells me that the King's Chambers will actually be occupied for quite some time.
I give you no shit and accept it immediately.
Cool.
I give you a little bit of shit.
Especially
And
since you
then
could probably pick up on it
accept
anyway.
Yeah, right. Just I see what he's seeing in
Same
his
thing,
mind.
but
Be like, oh, cool.
I'm
I
not
say
doing
what
shit.
he's saying at the same time. I want to go over to Poe's room, and I'm going to look at Agate and Ingoromir and just kind of be like,
I come stomping past.
because I'm hoping somebody
I
buffed
look at
will.
Agates.
Hell yeah! Yeah, I'm always.
All right, She-Ra, do your thing.
Alright, got my sword out.
I don't intend.
Alright.
It's just a foam noodle.
What happened to your sword? I don't know!
There's no bones left!
Still have the 2-handed bonus, though.
You get this badass greatsword, and first time you hit somebody with it, that's when you realize it's made of rubber.
The blade just wraps around them
Ouch!
harmlessly.
That would hurt as a slap, though.
Oh, it's wet. Ow.
But it crit.
God, like a big rubber snake my brother had used to hit us with.
Oh, nice. I don't intend to kill him. I want what he has.
Do we want a big loud entrance?
Because I can give you a big loud entrance.
That's a good point. And I'm going to reach over and I'm going to grab the door handle and see if it's unlocked.
It is.
Okay.
Never mind.
Can I kick it down?
No,
Can I
no.
kick it down?
Do you want to save the kicking in the door for the big doors?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we don't want to.
And Gormir really like face popped at this.
Yes. Ooh, you could double kick in the door like it.
I just turn around and
With your back legs. And your
You enter
strength of
A
6.
bedroom that is rather narrow. Not long either, but just more for a single
Just had the
person.
funniest image of doing that.
Sure.
Sorry.
We can do it
Poe
together.
is in the same outfit that he was wearing the day he met you.
Gross.
Yes. He is sweaty. He is very unwell. He is trying to sleep and sort of in between sleep and wakefulness as you're entering the room. And he looks blearily over at you, but you're not quite sure he's actually acknowledging that you are there. He has a satchel, like, cradled in his arms presently. There's a desk yonder. There's nothing on it, really. It's really just him. You can't get a real impression of how long he's been here, but you're guessing it hasn't been long because he hasn't, like, been changed or what have you.
Mental prowess. You want to get a read on him? Nat 20.
He feels very...
Live.
He feels like he should acknowledge that he is in a safe place. However, he does not trust really anything right now, considering the fact that he has been emotionally, physically, and mentally tortured for information that he barely has.
Oh, that's right. Undyne was torturing him.
Nope.
No.
One of the Enclavers was.
Oh, I just assumed
She
it
was not.
Got it.
Well, if this were Undertale, we would just be doing a genocide run and just killing him, right?
And killing Undyne.
Yeah.
Yep. It's like, oh, you're right, and I just snap her neck. Do you still have it?
You're talking to Poe?
Yes.
I like what you're doing. I know exactly what you're doing.
I'm glad you do, because I don't.
He
Okay.
hears sounds, but does not acknowledge them as actually like speech to something to answer. So he like blearily keeps looking in the general direction, and like then puts his head back onto the pillow, like starts to rock it back and forth.
I'm going to go over to him. I'm going to put my hand on his forehead. I'm going to cast Heal. See if that helps. Cast. It's almost spell burst. That would have been kind of poetic.
Poetic.
Wow! And I actually rolled max on that, so he heals for 21.
Oh.
I would like to apologize.
Poetically,
Then in my thought bubble, there's like just Poe Cameron smiling. Oh.
He's very popular.
you weren't supposed to survive the first movie.
Well, that might have been a better storyline.
Anyway,
They made a polar decision. I feel your anger. Gives you focus. Makes you
that
stronger.
actually makes me really distracted. He keeps licking the carpet. Do you see that? Different wet spots?
Yeah.
Well, you guys said you wanted the carpet cleaned. He's just held it.
Alright.
Anyway,
delicious.
you can see as certain bruises start to fade away, blood starts to dry. A boner here or there actually like realigns and snaps
I
back
heard
into
that
place.
Boner.
Yeah.
You see his
You
pants
said it,
shrink
yeah.
once again.
Did I say boner?
You did.
Well,
You
you were
didn't
saying
mean to.
a bone
Because you
or
just kept
two.
going.
Yeah.
and
A
it
boner
just-
two?
A boner two.
Oh,
Boner.
okay.
Episode
Alright.
15, boner 2.
He has a boner as well.
Ah, yes.
You
And
list the
boner
three
OC.
different twos: boner two, boner two, boner two.
Golden boner.
Guys, these puns are really starting to polarize. This part.
The pun dragon.
His eyes find yours as they slide over, and he acknowledges that you're there. And he like has to blink before placing you and goes, "My friend,
Friend?
what are you doing here?"
I have not the time, nor the patience for the full story. I will tell you now. Massive changes are coming to this palace momentarily. If you come with us, you will be safe. If you do not, I will take what I want and leave.
What is it that you want?
This soul.
And there's like a spark of fear that enters his eyes, because not so much like, no, not
Yeah.
like that, but more like, this dang soul again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's caused him a lot of grief, and I
Yes.
ain't gonna stop.
Yes.
Well, that's life.
And
Sucks to suck, bro.
So he says almost automatically, almost like he's reciting a line that he's said 100 times. And it's almost like he's bored with the line. Mm-hmm. He says, "It is my duty to give it to the king. Or Daedalus."
Funnily enough,
Okay.
that's where we're going next.
Do you know where he is?
Oh,
Yes.
We know all.
You once said that this was a world changer. It was capable of altering the way we see the world.
yeah.
You said so weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we thought.
Please report to episode 4 or 5.
I was gonna say, go back to the recordings and you'll see.
The soul ingots,
It
the last
was-
20 minutes. Okay.
It was but
Go on.
a theory, I thought.
And he says,
Because he used his mysticism.
"It is beyond my capability to stop whatever change is coming, but I want to be rid of this burden." So
Convenient.
he will hand you the satchel and say, "I do hope you get your home back."
Thank you. It's a very genuine thank you, by the way.
Open the satchel, make sure
Oh,
the
that's
It is
soul's in there.
the largest you've seen yet. It's the same red soul as before. And your eyes actually kind of slightly burn from how bright it is. You're like, okay, I forgot how fucking bright you are.
I'm gonna roll for something.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait. Once we leave Poe's room, I don't have anything else to say to him, but I don't want to cut anybody else off. But once we leave Poe's room, we're back in the hallway alone. I'm gonna do something.
Okay. Let me decide something for Poe's future. Poe will make no motion whatsoever to get up from the bed, but he will say, "I will pretend that I woke up and it was gone." Shall we?
Yes. Thank you.
Cool.
Please don't give it back to the Enclave.
Oh.
He will see Undyne and she's like,
Hell.
"We're cool."
Finger guns.
You guys may leave now if you wish to. Trevor, take 200 XP. Everyone else take 100.
I want to ask Poe something.
You may. Take 100 XP.
Wait.
What?
Take 100 XP.
Did I?
What? For what? I didn't even kick the door down.
I want to ask.
What laddie?
Thank you.
I'm looking at my... Oh, there we go. Now I see what I did. I couldn't read my own stupid... I was like, what? What's my XP total? Shit. That's supposed to be a 10.
I want to ask Poe if him or any of the other scientists have discovered any new properties recently about the souls.
I have not had my books or tools to really dive into the qualities of the soul, and I have not spoken to any of my colleagues since I have arrived back here. He almost says home, but
Yeah.
he says here. So no. I
Did
do
you
believe that the one who was so ardently questioning me, shall we say, believed that it was the soul of Hephaestus, but it was
Oh,
arguably not.
it was a wonky
perk
soul.
up at
It was
that.
like
It was
disabled or something.
arguably not.
Mhm.
Because if Hephaestus was dead, I imagine that all blacksmiths would suddenly go deaf, or what have you, or fire would stop being cast, or... Do you know what I mean? It's difficult to understand how the world would really alter if Hephaestus was dead. But the red color, the brightness, he was making assumptions. I don't know who's within the soul.
Did that
This
mean-
is going to be a very prying question, but it's something that we should know before we take action next. if there's anything that's undisclosed about your findings for the souls, now would be a really good time to tell me.
Right. And I ask, like, just to clarify on top of that, he didn't really talk to any colleagues in between the time that we saw him last.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Okay.
I'm glad you, yeah.
He does say, about the soul specifically, no. But I do wish to apologize for abandoning you inside the Rusty Anchor back in Nan.
That's quite alright.
I had a beer.
I could not trust anyone, even the well-wishers of a centaur and tieflings. And so I fled, hoping to find a ship to take me home. And so I do apologize that I mistrusted you.
Do you apologize?
I do apologize, and I also hate you.
It's good because it's too late to apologize.
It's too late to apologize.
Yeah. It's not very polite of you.
You're in on it.
Yeah.
Welcome to the dark side.
Where's the cookies? He will say that he has a theory that the souls talk to one another. Not maybe literally talk, but they communicate on maybe like a chemical level, that they can bond, or that they can like find each other, or basically that because they have a similar energy to each other, because he's seen several others, that they are akin to one another. Maybe they're different colors, maybe they're different sizes, maybe even different textures, but they crash together into a maelstrom of energy.
Not doing that, nope.
So it's less Infinity Stones. It's more like 1 part Materia from Final Fantasy VII and 1 part Philosopher's Stones from Full Metal Alchemist.
Sure.
But not Harry Potter.
I never got far enough to see the Philosopher's Stone in Full Metal Alchemist.
You did not get very far then, because
No.
it's Twitter's one in the first episode.
Oh, then maybe I'm forgetting it.
It's a pretty wimpy one in the first episode, though. So
Well, I'm a pretty wimpy guy. Pirate? Do you have any questions for this bloke?
That's
You're
not
kind of
nice.
lame.
So mean to yourself.
Do you want to come with us?
I fear for my safety when I'm with you.
That is
What?
That's
Look at
very...
me.
fair.
that's the smartest thing that any NPC has said to us so far.
I like start flexing. Why?
Also, not to be racist, but I do fear her face. Because
Now-
I saw it I'm not
Just a moment.
coming. I'm not coming with you. Undyne's like, whoa, he's afraid because I'm the one that pulled him out of the torture chamber and got him away. So he's, I think he's associating me with negativity. Wow, that's one big sentence for me. I'm getting smarter.
Don't worry, I'll only heard for a moment.
What are you talking about? Ow, God.
What's wrong?
Just a headache from my intelligence.
Yeah,
Oh.
she's getting smarter.
Ouch. Oof.
You're gonna walk into the hallway.
You're in the hallway. You're alone. It's scary.
Hmm?
Gonna go into my bag and wait for my party members to come back out.
You hide in your bag until
No,
your
no, no,
party
no,
members
no.
come out.
Just like contort.
I come back up and I kick the door as I do because I wanted to do that really bad.
You want to do what?
Kick the door. Oh fuck!
Brilliant, brilliant. That means you don't kick the door and you don't alert
And you
everybody
roll a
before we
3.
walk in.
Oh,
Then you roll a 3.
thank you.
So you kick a door and it goes.
Ow! Oh,
Pose like, could you please close that on your way out?
Dave the
I
Barbarian.
do need to sleep.
Oh,
Okay, I leave.
Thank you.
I meet up with Dionysia.
I tried to close it gently.
Follow up.
The 4 of you are now back in the hallway. Undyne never entered the room, by the way. She was like, kind of like, I'm good.
Back there, yeah. Awkward.
I'll be on the lookout or something. I'm not crying. You're crying. You're back in the hallway, and Undyne's like, well, this was fun. Do you have what you need?
Not yet. I'm gonna go into my bag and I'm gonna pull out all 4 of the souls. I'm gonna give the red one to Angoramir.
The one we just got?
Mm-hmm.
How do you give it to him?
I throw it as hard as I can, like a Major League Baseball pitcher. No, I'm just gonna hand it to him.
Okay. It does not burn as you touch it.
Thank you. I was wondering about that.
I'm going to give the Keone one to Pyra.
It feels cold as you grab onto it. If you do grab onto it.
Yeah, I do.
I'm going to give the purple Persephone one to Agate.
Oh.
And I'm going to hang on to the blue one that I stole way at the beginning.
Cool.
More flavorful that way.
Yours is like frosty white
Uh-huh.
for Keone's. Yeah.
And is the second largest out of the party that you
I
have.
feel like Pyra should have the red one.
Yours was the one that
Fire
had a
mage.
connection to it.
Yep.
You were the one that had a connection to it.
You had the biggest reaction to that one.
You were the one that used foresight on it and
Yeah.
everything. There's no sense in me holding on to all of them in case something happens to me in the future. That way everybody... Better not to have all the eggs in one basket.
Smart.
Yeah, I agree.
Wise move.
When somebody says foresight, I imagine that magnifying glass from Pokemon. Nobody?
Nobody.
Foresight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Full magnifying glass.
Foreskin?
Trevor!
My name is Dionysia.
Oh.
Foreskin?
Foreskin?
Did you see a foreskin?
That is my full name.
This is why I
You
don't
know-
give my surname very often.
Yeah. As someone who's been called Jenna Foreskin, no thanks.
Wow. Alright.
Yeah.
Well,
Trevor the Terrible. Makes me sound like a Viking. Kind of dig it.
I've been called a Jorf.
Oh, how bad.
Jorf. Do you remember who called me Jorf?
I still call you Jorv.
No, yeah, you call me Jorf, but
That's
I
precious.
think Robert started it.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
People try to nickname me, but they just go with Tommy Salami, and I think they're all dumb because they can't nickname me properly because they're
Tommy
all blaming on
Num
the same thing.
Nums.
Jenny beat me to it, Tommy Num Nums.
The best.
Hey, guess what? That's on the internet now.
Go for it, Trevsicles.
Yeah, well, as long as it's okay with
It's
Jennykins over there.
Twevsicles with a W.
But where's Beckaroo?
In Arizona. Anyway.
All right,
Big
Arizona
state.
sucks.
It's hot.
Satan's armpit.
What do you all want to do? I will remind you, just for clarifying, the king you did not feel was in his chambers. You felt him in the Chapel of the 12.
Oh. Wasn't it? But the way to the Chapel of 12.
Was right in the middle, and then it was straddled by the princess chambers and the king's chambers.
Oh, got it. So did I sense anybody in the king's chambers?
No.
Okay, then I'm sorry. I just mislabeled it.
My freaking foresight's totally misleading then, because
The hell,
I specified the king's chambers.
What's the matter with you?
I thought there were niggas in there.
And now that's on the camera.
Can you
He doesn't
say
care. He's
demonetization?
gonna keep it there.
I didn't hard R it.
I hate that.
God
Still.
damn it! I actually know what you're talking about. Okay, I want to go into.
I can say it. I'm in my own house. My dad.
Wow.
I have 3 more tries for mysticism.
Do you want to try and
3?
mysticize the Temple of 12?
Is it for a day?
Like, part of me is like,
Do I have eyes on the way to the Chapel of 12? Like the door leading to it?
Mm-hmm. It's right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look. I wasn't sure if I heard it or not.
All right. I would like to do the exact same thing I did with the King's Chambers to the Chapel of 12.
For the sake of the story, I'm going to say that you just start trotting over to the king's chambers, and Dionysus is like, "What are you doing?"
it was
over
me
there.
who had it wrong in the first place.
Oh, let me.
But
Can I
that
use
was
an
Trevor
ability?
had it wrong.
You said in the last episode.
Oh, I got 17.
Oh my gosh.
Plus 7.
Yeah.
That's
So
much
you
better.
know
24.
You know quite certainly then that as soon as you guys open the door and let yourselves in, you're not coming out until there is a death. So,
Oh, wow.
Of
yeah.
of us?
Somebody.
You're not sure on
death.
that. Yeah, that's an open-ended thing
I'm
that you
going
cannot
to.
foresee.
I'm going to actually let the party know that. I think that's very smart.
Thank you.
So you all know. I would say, my foresight has informed me very clearly that upon entering this room, people will not leave until after at least one death in general.
Do you know whose?
Unfortunately, no.
Do you know how many people are in this room?
I think that's a question better for Dionysia. But I know that someone will die before we leave this room.
Did I get a read on how many were in the room the last time I did this? 4. I know one is the king, one is Enclave of Clave, one is Daedalus. No, that's right, I didn't feel it, but somebody was adamant that Daedalus is here.
Undyne was.
Undyne was.
Because they never saw him leave.
I don't trust that he is here.
I have a feeling that Daedalus is in the labyrinth for some reason. I don't know why, but I just feel it.
Well, Daedalus, wait, I got the feel from
made
Daedalus
it?
in...
You have that soul gem that has his essence inside of it that
Yeah.
had those recordings before it screamed heretic and turned off.
I wonder if they're holding his body here or something. I want to go in. I don't care who dies, but I won't force you. If you all choose a different path, I will follow.
I feel like at this point we're all in it to the end.
Yeah, it could be a necessary death.
Right.
There are certainly those in there that I want to kill.
It's a 50-50 chance.
If we're going in there and someone's inevitably going to die, let's imagine that that's not one of us.
Yeah.
Who then would we be willing to kill in there? Because, I mean, I don't like... what's the person that you all... Anyway, I don't really, hate
Say it.
the king. But you guys really wanted to kill the king?
What's the reasoning behind it again? I need a refresher specifically as to why.
I don't care about the king. I want to find Daedalus. I want to know why he has my mother's head.
Okay.
I could not care less about the royal fucking family.
Why are we going in here if we don't think Daedalus is in there then?
Because we don't know where he is, and this is the only way to find him.
Mm-hmm. And we have a feeling that prying for information is going to result in a battle.
Probably
That's
with that
unfortunate.
asshole who jumped us at Wildred's. He is in there.
Which will result in a death.
Alright.
And not one of ours.
No, he will not be one of ours.
Perhaps we should go into it with the goal of making them surrender after one of them dies.
With the intent of questioning
Most
the rest.
likely the king.
Oh, alright.
The king might surrender if we were to kill whoever teams up with him in battle.
Seems smart. Seems smart to me. Peek there.
Because, I mean, I don't necessarily want to see just everyone dead.
No.
I mean, if
No,
they don't
I-
have to die, then...
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, if they...
I think a death
My,
will come from
my
self-defense.
foresight does tell me that there's going to be a battle of some sort, whether we're involved or not. So, if it's aimed at us, then I don't necessarily want to kill more than necessary.
Nope.
Nor I.
But I will. If I have to.
So we're basically expositing because Tommy walked away from the table, and now, like a bunch of children, we are lost.
Yeah. My hind legs are ready to kick this door down.
You're like
At
you're
the-
just butt first to the door, like just say when.
Flexing
Give me the
them
go
butt
ahead.
cheeks.
I'm doing that weird like horse thing where it's just
Oh, that is a weird thing. I don't like it.
You just kick in the door and the first thing they see is centaur butt.
someone just leaves. They're like, "What's there a centaur butt doing here?" All right.
Somehow I have like little googly
My,
eyes in my
He's
pack.
caressing the door with his butt.
my hind legs are at the ready to kick this door down.
He's ready to cast kick on the door.
Undyne has this monotone voice that enters through her head and goes out through her mouth and says, "Would you like to explore any other venue before we go through these doors?"
DM speak for.
We
We're
might
not
be
coming
missing
back.
something.
Yeah.
No labyrinth.
Oh, maybe.
Definitely. But I think we might be able to get there another way at some point.
I took the wings, didn't I? No, I didn't.
No, we were going to go back down for him, but we didn't. I don't think it would...
Well, if you want the wings, we could just say that we went down there and got them.
Good.
Aren't they really big though?
Yes.
Yeah, they're really big. I don't think that's gonna work.
Oh. Well, we could just drag them and leave them on the floor. But they don't have to be in our inventory. Let's be real.
A big giant cloud.
Just take them.
DM
We
discussion
could just drag them with
floats
us.
by.
Why do wings make this sound?
They have to have a frame.
All right, guys.
Cody,
What do you want
what
to
is
do?
that? Oh.
I mean, I'm down for just
I think we're pretty.
If the wings
set.
are cumbersome, then let's not
yeah.
bring them.
I will say they were very large, and you could see frames of metal inside the feathers.
Mm-hmm.
It was large enough to hold a man.
Yep. Don't care.
Okay. That's understandable.
I've lived a long life, many adventures. It's alright.
Break it down. Wait.
We are leaving a lot of cool stuff in their labyrinth.
There is no save point here. I'm not letting you guys change this.
I'm just saying, like,
He gonna
there's a
kill
whole,
us.
like...
He
like,
gonna kill us!
There's a whole, like, Child of Arachne, and, like, the dragon egg that needs to have, like, lightning cast on it, and the wings. There's like cool stuff down there.
I know, but it's
But at the same
it's a
time,
little
it's like-
meta to go back. Do we care?
It is. And that's what I have to keep asking myself.
Yeah.
Okay. I
My
mean,
character,
what do you
not
guys
for
think?
me. Me wants to go mess with all that and go to the labyrinth and all that shit. But I'm not me. I'm my character.
Yes.
I feel like at this point they're all just so
I,
set on what they're going to do that it would not make much sense to go back.
it really does make sense to keep following the course. And
Yeah.
not go back. There's no reason our character would be all like,
Right, my character
let's
who's
go back down there.
Yeah, right.
motivated by glory and smashing things and
Alright.
battle,
My hind legs.
winning battles.
Yeah, I'm good.
Pyra, you're for it too? Going in? Okay. Alright.
Nay.
Oh, your head, not your butt.
No, I kicked this shit in. 16 plus 6 is 22.
D20 butt check. You pass it, and you kick it down, and Undyne's like, nice. And she takes charge and goes in first. All of you can join in, and as soon as you are past the gigantic double doors, they shut behind you, and you notice that several loud bang, 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 bang sounds go from the very bottom, like by the floor, and then up towards the ceiling. And if you look back, it's a bunch of benches. Actually, no, those are pews that are stacked on top of each other, creating a barrier. Pew! Dear God. Pew, pew, pew. You're so ready to be a dad.
Gotcha.
So you guys look back, and then you see that, sure enough, several of the pews were moved somehow, probably mentally, from their original positions and are now blocking you in. You see two mages are standing stoically closer to you, and just like are stretching their fingers, ready to do what they're doing. At the other end of this hall, this chapel, up on the dais, and Clave is there, and he is talking to the king. He is still talking to him, probably having heard you guys come in, and the king is standing very stoically. It's sure enough, you guys, the three of you recognize it is sure enough the king, and you can mentally even tell this is the same guy. And he's staring just deadpan, past on Clave at the five of you. And you're listening, or trying to listen, and Clave says, put these on. They'll keep you safe. And don't forget your crown. Now, when they come, and the king says, they're already here.
The courtesy of your hall has somewhat lessened of late, my king.
To be fair, you were never actually welcome here.
Rude.
He takes his crown made of pure onyx and puts it onto his head. And suddenly his thoughts shut down.
Oh.
And then he takes what looks like a visor and puts it over his eyes. And there's lenses in the glasses. They look really dumb. I'm just going to let you guys imagine, have free reign with your thoughts of how dumb they look.
Cyclops.
But they're crudely like made of glass, maybe a bit of onyx, a little bit of metal here and there. And you look at him and you're just like, what the fuck are those? And then Clave turns around and he has a pair of his own.
Glasses of the future.
I'm gonna be knocking that shit off as soon as I can.
Dude, I don't know
Break that
why.
fucking onyx crown, yeah.
I don't know why, but I'm now envisioning on Clave because the whole black thing has like LeVar Burton with like the visor now from.
Jordy LaForge.
Sure, actually, you know what? Let's go with that. They look like those.
I went all Cyclops.
Look like
but
those.
That's
But like
cool.
Greco-Roman
Yeah.
Those were
fantasy
cool.
mythology.
No, this is
like
stupid
that.
Oh
looking.
my
Yeah.
god.
This shit's a Star Trek now. Onyx Star Trek.
And he looks so, and Clay's looking at you, sure enough, oh, you are here. And then he turns back to the king and says, I will keep you safe for as long as I can. And he waves his gigantic, gaudy staff in front of the king, and there's this rippling, magenta, kind of opaque, not quite opaque, barrier that appears as a wall from ground to ceiling between him and the king, keeping you guys away from the king. So sorry. And Undyne's like, that's good, I didn't really want to accidentally, like, stab him. Use my boss. Anyway.
That is a gaudy
I
staff.
thought you quit.
He doesn't know that. I didn't put in my 2 weeks notice. I just said that. Anyway.
You're terrible at this.
This is the first time I've quit. And Clave says, I truly pity you. Not because I'm so awesome and I'm going to rock you all, but because you're walking blindly down a path that, since day one, since the day you've met,
Knock it off.
That's what Dionysia
I
would
know,
do.
and I really love it. And this is his response. He's just like, is there a problem with my monologue?
Yeah, you're giving one.
You've got me
Do you-
monologuing, you
Do
sly
you
dog.
have something to say?
Sure. Magic missiles.
Cool.
Gonna laugh. Hey, spell burst, but that doesn't spell burst because of the nature of the spell. But anyway,
Nature of the spell.
so that's 3 bolts at 13 magic. That's 39 points of arcane damage.
All to him.
All to him.
I need battle music, Trevor.
On it.
This sounds like battle music.
He actually receives all 3 bolts, and you're just like, oh dang, that actually worked. And he's like, that actually worked.
He died instantly. That guy was a
He's just
puss.
super freaking weak.
So, I'm going to say that was your starting move, and reactionarily, that's a word, that the 2 mages in front of him, that's like between you guys and him, instantly go and
Yeah,
shoot,
no, I just drew hella aggro.
and shoot Palpatine lightning towards you.
Can I trot in the way?
No, it's a spell.
Yeah.
Cast.
I charge.
Cast.
I charge. I taunt. Shit.
Recalculating.
Recalculating route. Oh, shut up.
Insulating splines.
Hold on, please. So sorry. Hi, Cody. Why do you always get so needy when guests come over? Why are you so needy?
Because no one will pay attention to him.
So it does.
Yeah. Maybe you guys should adopt him.
Yeah. Cool.
Just want to let everyone know I was very, very close to actually taking out my red soul in front of Enclave and Clave and destroying it. Seeing what a reaction that would elicit.
Suddenly regret giving it to you.
It's okay.
That's okay.
It's safe with me. I promise.
Yeah, that was a very encouraging expression.
You are
Remember,
dealt-
I thought about it.
You are dealt 13 and 15.
Ow.
12
and
and
14.
14.
Yeah, there we go.
That's 26. I am at 9 health.
And you are not silenced by either one of them. That's shocking.
Ha!
Ole.
That shit again.
The
that
party,
would've been real
the
bad.
party may respond. Dionysia, I'm going to say that you already had your turn because they were reacting to you. Okay.
Can I cast Flash Heal as an instant?
Yes.
Cast.
Is that spell burst? No.
No, it's 13. But still better than a Club Fiachus. Plus, what is it, half magic? Yep, there it is, half magic. So, heal for 9, back up to 18.
Pyra, your turn.
Better than nothing.
I'm gonna take my cue from Dionysia and use magic missile, but I'm gonna do it all 3 of them.
Okay.
Which is 13 damage.
D20, please.
6.
Cast.
13 to each.
Yep.
This is very good battle music for this
Yes.
fight. Alright.
Oh, the composer for this song, his first name is Piotr. That's badass.
Piotr?
Piotr.
That's Peter.
Yeah. But it's
I like it.
more fun to say
Yeah.
Piotr.
Yeah, the Russian Peter.
Yeah, the Russian Peter.
Yeah,
It is Russian Peter.
Peter.
Undyne sees you getting attacked, and she's like, "Oh god, okay." And she summons her 4, and it has 2 go to each one of them. And she's like, "Don't attack Dio, please don't attack Dio." And she hits. She hits them both for 24 each.
Damn.
Okay.
I'm charging.
Oh. Do I have to wait for you to do that?
Yeah.
Then
Okay,
it would
gives
be
it
you
initiative.
first.
Yay! I am attacking the mage. I'm attacking the mage on my left.
Okay.
My... Ooh. You know, this is a technicality. I rolled for my charge attack, and I forgot to cast Smite beforehand, so I'm not backtracking.
Thank you. I'm going to say that you probably forgot to smite because she just suddenly started attacking you. You're like, okay!
yeah, basically. Yeah, so same reason why I didn't use Smite on the Mimic tongue. It's sort of reactionary.
The oh shit
So, yeah.
response.
So yeah, 9 plus 6 is 15, plus 7
Oh.
is 22, plus 4 is 26. 26.
26.
Yes. Is that a problem?
Yeah, he's pretty hurt and he's actually screaming.
Good.
Is this,
Okay.
Sorry, that was one of the mages, or was that Enclave of Clave?
One
The
of the
left
mages.
mage. Also, I don't think I could reach on Clave and Clave.
No,
It
you
was
may
too
not.
far away, yeah.
And I don't like the fact that they have the ability to silence.
Yeah, that's very much not good.
It's very not good.
Okay.
Das ist
I
nicht
want
gut.
to hit him,
Ja.
the magician man.
And Clave at the end of the hall, or one of the 2 closer to you?
Kill them!
Your
Kill
friend
them!
just heavily hit the one on the left.
Kill the
Right,
abs
okay.
first!
And the magic guy's behind the the
All 3 of them
Shield
are magical.
generator?
And the king is behind the shield
and
generator.
only the shield and only the king is
shield
behind it.
generator.
The king
must
is behind the
travel to
shield,
Endor.
and Clave is in front of the shield.
Okay, and only the king is behind the thing. Just to unpack that. Okay, cool.
Along with 12 podiums to the gods, but yeah,
Okay, I want to hit
No big
Enclave
deal.
very
Clave.
minor.
I want to hit in Conclave Clave.
It will take you a turn to get there. Give me a dex check for your movement.
Okay, never mind. I'll just do the one that's in front of me.
All right, hit the one that's in front of you, left or right.
Okay. Right.
Damn it. I forgot that we're facing opposite one another. That's fine. Kill it!
Heroic strike
Yes,
God.
kill it! Do it!
with the 6 plus,
Plus.
14.
Jesus.
You hit. And I also love the idea of as Agate looks at Dionysia like, which one?
And I'm like,
and you go,
and I
you're
point
like,
to the wrong
you're like,
one.
go left, and she's like, right, got it. Okay. Damage.
Okay.
No. Heavy. You did the ability, right? The heroic
Heroic
strike.
strike.
Yes.
So what's your damage with heroic
Oh,
strike?
50.
What?
Jesus.
I think
Yeah.
that's true.
I think it's, yeah,
It is.
because
Flame
Did
was
the
24
math.
weapon
With the-
damage alone.
Yeah. And then I
Okay.
have
so
eight.
does he just
And
go
then-
like,
and then
Then
double
I have
strike.
8 and 8 and 2 and 8.
does he pop like
No.
Damn.
But he is suddenly very hurt, like almost loses an arm. He's like, oh.
Cool. I
Like
combo and I do it again. 12 plus
I'm
10.
going to say that you chop
Oh,
down,
sorry. My bad.
spin, and then go up, and so you split him in twixt.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Jesus
And you're-
awesome.
Christ.
And you're like, I learned a new move, guys. And Undyne's like, that's hot.
I'm just imagining like the kind of damage
That's
that we've
really
done if somebody
gross.
got hit with a double-decker bus. It just
Cool.
hits and they're just like, just missed.
It was a lot of MP though, but that's
But I
okay.
missed.
Anything else?
No,
And I
I
missed.
can't do nothing else.
Now I'm
Is he
missed.
dead?
He is dead.
Okay.
I reached for a handle. I missed. That's something stupid.
Hey, popsicle, but I missed.
Yeah, that's
When
what it
he
was.
falls, you see a dark orb of like nothingness, like an antimatter, I will say, come out of his body when his body falls, and starts to slowly glide towards Enclavaclave, and he catches it and
Oh
puts
god,
it
that's right,
behind
this
himself.
bullshit again. I forgot all about that.
He says, "As I was saying, I pity you because you are fighting a being that has been blessed blessed by the 3 main Olympians. Lady Hecate has gifted me the ability to use the abilities of Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades. Not fully, and it's just more thematically, you understand. I'm not actually...
Oh, so you're the discount version.
I'm the ambassador of the gods, yeah.
You're this.
The other mage, the other mage is like, "Will you shut up?" and then shoots chain lightning starting at you.
Oh, that's not good.
He casts.
Oh no.
That's not good.
That's not good.
My attack is a lot.
It's
Nah,
bad.
I
Get a
need
break.
to calculate it.
Free, dude.
12,
Got a pre-chain lightning.
4, 23, 12,
That's a
6.
third
3.
5.
ish of Master.
Well,
Ma-
I hope
Undyne,
Yeah.
Undyne isn't hit, and she's like, "Really? Okay." Enclave of Clave.
I have a tumor!
Enclave of Clave casts Flash Heal on his companion.
I have a tumor. It's not a tumor, it's a doggy.
Gosh.
All of a sudden, I just like freaking. There's a nose. I'm just like, oh hi, Cody, and he just crawls out from underneath the table and crawls up into my lap.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, let me.
I'm a dog.
I'm a dog.
The companion heals for 14.
Hey, fur baby.
That's great. I'm so happy to hear that.
And then Enclave of Clave casts Quake.
Ah, great. Hey, remember when we said the deaths weren't going to be ours?
Jeez, yeah, I have a
I
lot
mean,
more attack. I was
technically,
calculating it wrong.
I
What a dumbass.
And we can go now, right?
Right? If you guys can just go ahead and move those pews, we'll just be on our way.
He says, like, his voice gets all echoey and dramatic, and you're just like, dude, seriously, chill. But he says, "Power of the Earth Shaker."
Okay, cool.
And
Just,
he
just
said,
like
"We-
literally, like I just rolled my eyes and imagined Dionysia was just like,
You guys are actually on the very outside edge of his ability to hit you all.
oh, quack.
I need the spellcasters to give me d20 luck checks.
Spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch. Natural 18.
7.
Oh,
Lucky number
Pyra,
7.
Pyra, you're hit. Dionysia, you are not.
You had almost full
Myself
health,
and Agate are
so
hits. Okay.
don't take this wrong way, but I'm glad I didn't get hit.
Everyone but
Yep.
Dionysia takes 27 damage,
Ooh, shit.
Oof.
Now I'm almost dead.
Yeah, now you're almost dead.
and that is the end of his turn. It is player phase.
How much damage was that? Sorry.
27.
Stagger back.
Time to
Well, I've got
triage.
13 health out of 63. This could be a problem, but I've got a potion on my belt. That's not my
Yeah,
accent.
I have an HP potion that I'm planning on
I
using.
do too.
May I go first?
Oh,
Sure.
that's great. I have.
I mean,
one
with
of the
permission
lesser
from her.
ones. I have one of the lesser ones on my belt, dumbass.
I got you.
Yeah, go ahead, monsieur.
Oh, thank you. It's very kind of you.
Monsieur
Hotos. I can. I got
cast
a good mojo. I got a plan.
Smite.
So you keep doing your thing.
Spell burst.
Monsieur Chevaux.
I actually like this so much better. I'm gonna drink the potion first. Which I'm glad because I only rolled a 9. So I go smite.
This is a giant fuck you to the mage.
Yeah. 3d6 plus 8. So it's 5, 7, 9. Plus 8 is 17.
I suppose we should probably get
17
our
plus
parenting
19
styles in sync.
36.
I have 14.
So I'm back up to 36, and then I'm attacking the mage, who has just recently been healed by Enclave of Clave, with my powerful smite.
Your smote sword.
My smote, which is a 5 plus 6 for a total of 11.
I will hit.
Super.
Excuse me.
He's a mage.
Yeah, I was saying my smite damage is
He's a mage, etc.
14 plus
Salt and V.
32.
Who said
32 holy damage.
32 holy
Holy shit.
damage. You do remove his right arm.
I go, power of the Heaven Shaker.
I lean over and say, "Be nice."
Heathen!
Your arm's off!
No, it isn't. Well, what's that then?
That's a flesh wound.
Just a scratch.
Tis
Such
but
a
a scratch.
Okay, your turn.
Oh, excellent.
Scratch. Your arm's off. No, it isn't. But what's that
Is
then?
the person
I've had
who
worse.
hit me for all that still alive?
The I've had worse line is
Yes.
amazing.
It's just a
Excellent.
pause
I'd
before
like
the
to heroic strike
That
him,
was.
and I'd like to do it right in his face,
Which hole?
the mouth.
The one that she's about to make.
So he opens his mouth to say, Heathen!
Nat 20, nat 20.
With the 17 plus 14, I was adding my attack wrong.
Hell
And
yeah.
that's a
Actually
15?
31.
Yeah, you stab him through his mouth and can do that Witcher thing of just turning the sword and his head comes off.
God,
Watch that,
and he
yeah.
has
That was such a hot
He
thing. It was
has-
so terrifying.
Sadly,
he has
sadly.
no arm, and his head just got swiveled, cut off. It's so gory.
That's amazing.
It's
and you were giving me shit for
gory.
playing Doom.
He's been inspired.
Geralt's hot, dude.
Geralt is.
Yes, he is.
That fight scene gave me like quarter
Oh
chub.
my gosh.
I haven't watched it,
Oh
but he's
my
hot.
gosh.
I know this.
You'd love it. You'd love it.
Anyway,
Yep.
the second mage is dead.
Excellent.
Congratulations.
Anyone else? I shout.
I just point to Enclave a Clave.
Ah, excellent. Can I get over there this round?
Minor action.
I go over there.
No, unfortunately not. You will not really be able to make much progress. You can start making your way, but you're not going to be like,
I'm up in your face, bro.
I will, with my crazy eyes.
Bro.
Going.
alright. Pyra.
That's perfect timing for that song to end.
Oh, sorry, Undyne. Okay.
You got turn block.
Undyne, you notice, looks at you with this mixture of, like, horror but awe. Jenny.
Sploosh.
Yeah, Undyne looks at you with an expression of sploosh.
I wipe blood off myself and smile weirdly.
Sploosh.
Oof. She's
Ow.
so distracted that she's able to summon the four, but isn't able to, like, actually, like, push him forward. She's like, yeah, I'll get him next time.
She's
She
a
nat
lady
one.
boner.
She not won, but I'm not having her fizzle this time. She's more like,
Well, it's because she like passed the
She's
spell
having
check, but
a
nat one
lady
the attack.
boner.
exactly. Okay.
Wow, that's so appropriate for your turn. The song is "Don't Die with a Clean Sword." Sorry.
I'm gonna cast. Am I close enough to cast Ice Coffin at him?
Yes.
I'm gonna do that.
Makes the latest stick.
15.
Let me a moment.
15 coffins made of ice fall from the sky and crush Enclave to death.
And I
What?
say, frost sometimes makes the blades stick. For no reason. After they do.
Other than
Lick
it's yet
the blade.
another Gladiator reference. The way he says that is
He
so
does
bad.
not
So
get
great.
to counter you.
So great.
Oh.
What's the damage?
What a man, what a man,
2d4
what a
plus
man.
magic. So 17
Man,
per turn for 2 turns.
You sure you don't want to just like be a crown dancer?
It's pretty dope.
It's pretty. I mean, it's too late now.
So I mean, at this
My
point, you're
fire.
casting nothing but Fireball and Ice Coffin. You're pretty much just a Robert Frost poem.
Any minor or instant or anything like that?
Two paths.
What do I have?
Go
And the
with
castle
fire
will
and
die.
ice,
I
Jenny.
took the one less travel.
It's fire and ice that I was referencing.
Nevermore.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nevermore.
Zap's not minor, right?
That was not minor.
Okay. I don't think there's anything else I can do.
Okay.
It's an ass.
Deal.
Not to mention trolls.
Deal mio.
Sand bubbles.
Do I have enough of the manas for that? Adieu. Adieu! I'm gonna cast full heal on Agate.
Oh!
Das
Cast.
ist cast.
Thanks, bro. I needed
You are full healed, but that brings me down to the whopping 3 MP.
Oh, shit.
So then I will quaff my major MP potion.
Wait, that was full healing? Wait,
Yeah, full
heal.
heal. It's
Holy
back up to
shit.
your max.
That was 40 HP points.
Yeah, that's why I had that
That's a
spell
good
in my back
ability.
pocket.
I mean,
So that's 9
I can do
plus another 9, so that's 18. I heal 30
Cool.
MP.
Wow,
Awesome.
that's a good potion
That
roll.
was a really good one. And then I'm going to... Sorry, babe. I'm going to flash heal myself. To cast.
It's okay, I'll just die.
no.
This will just die there.
It's okay, your minor
I
action was
heal
back up.
for...
Guess I'll die.
Guess I'll die. I heal for another 9, bringing me up to 22 health. That's okay, I have MP now, so when you die, now I can cast life.
Oh, there we go. Honestly, I forgot I had an HP potion.
I planned it out. Hey, guess what you can do as a minor action?
Yeah, but my turn's...
No.
Oh, it's in your inventory, it's not on your belt.
So it'd be a major action to get it.
That's very unfortunate. What else do you have on your belt?
Why did she use her
Absolutely
belt?
nothing.
You
I did not know that was...
fool.
Yep.
We'll fix that later.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
You fool!
I just strive for all my party members to have perfection.
But really, though.
So, same kind of thing. Enclave of Clave draws the death essence out from the last lightning mage, and he observes it, and you actually see little bolts of electricity like dancing around the orb. He's got the zoomies. And he's like,
My cat does this at midnight.
I really hope we can hear his panting in the recording.
Cody's got zoomies.
It's a real soft... Just...
It's 8:25 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and Cody's got zoomies.
and he pushes the orb into himself.
What the fuck is this final form shit?
And you see the same lightning dance around his hands, and he's like,
Frozen.
unlimited
Oh, yeah, isn't he frozen?
join me.
She had a really good question.
So frozen. So good question. He's not literally like frozen. He is slowed as a result.
Gotcha.
He's still going to receive the 1717 proc. He's a boss.
Ah, that makes perfect sense.
So he resists the frozen, but will take the slow. Okay.
I
So
dig
he
it. I dig
he
it.
absorbs the orb, and he's like, looks like I'm alone. Oh wait, no. I have the power of Hades. I'm not alone. I have a whole pile of friends. And he then just upends this bag that you are getting the impression that he's been putting all of these black orbs into, because they all just come spilling out like this geyser that's way more voluminous than really has any reason to be, because considering how small the orbs were, unless he's been killing a lot of people, but they just kind of come out in this geyser like black fog that crawls along the ground towards you guys until it stops, condenses, and rises into this shadow-like creature.
And that's Jenga.
I want you to imagine him to be like 10 to 15 feet tall, is on 4 legs, kind of like a monkey stance where like he's further down to the ground in the
Ew.
back.
Like
The-
gorilla-esque.
The face is longer, kind of like a horse, or like actually I'm gonna stick with that, like an
I don't
undead
like
horse.
it. I don't like it.
And some tendrils of hair coming out the back. It's unholy, guys. It's a very bad boy. And as you're looking
I
at
wrote
it,
my
you're like,
newspaper. Bad.
Bad.
And
You
Clave
cast smite in your newspaper.
Clave says, I'm gonna zap you when I feel like I have the ability to, because I'm quite cold right now. So thanks for that. Fetch. I never had a dog.
Clearly.
We can tell.
Oh,
Everything attack Agate. She's got lots of HP.
oh, it missed you, and it hit you.
Okay.
Oh!
Damn it.
Oh.
I look concerned, actually.
Oh wait, the shadow thing hits me? Oh, what a bitch. She doesn't have summoning
Mothman.
sickness?
Nope.
This is the Magic the Gathering.
20.
It's got haste.
17. It hits me physically, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
That was 1 claw attack, by the way.
Great!
Oh.
Player phase.
How much
You
is
know,
that? Sorry.
17 damage. You know, I pity someone who just accepts all the power given to them blindly. Meh.
I earned this.
Are we supposed to be putting it on that side, or does it matter?
Yeah,
You can do whatever you want.
just as long as it's clear to you.
It is.
All that matters.
Actually, I usually put it over here, so I don't
Yeah.
bother with
It's
it.
fine.
Who taught me to do that? One of you.
I think it was Katie, actually.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah,
That way when
Katie
it's
has
ugly and
all
gross,
the time.
I erase it and put it somewhere else.
Yeah. I'm going to say it's really anybody's game, so I'm going to say Agate first, since she has the higher dex.
I'm going to attempt to flash Gorgon it. With a 17 plus 14.
It hits.
Okay. Ooh, cool. It's the same level as me.
Oh, wait. Oh, you said Flash Gorgon. Oh, I'm so sorry. It doesn't work.
Fuck.
I'm really sorry. I misheard the command.
That's alright. And that was probably a...
Some action.
What was that?
Ingormir.
Oh, that was a major?
Yeah.
Well, just...
Okay. But now
Can I
we
do
know
a-
it can't be Flash Gorgon.
Where is it in relation to me?
Like, right in front of you.
So I can't move anywhere. I can't, like, poke it with my sword or anything.
You can use
You can
combo.
use combo.
Oh, I can?
You can use combo.
I'll use combo and I'll just hit it with my friggin' sword. As
Combo and heroic strike.
hard as I can.
You can't do...
No.
What?
I don't think you can do
Combo gives you an extra action that must be spent attacking, I believe.
that. Yes. But
So,
isn't Heroic Strike a major, though? And I already did a major. Oh,
Heroic
but I
Strike
have to do
is
two
also a
majors.
major.
Oh. What if I don't want to expel that yet?
I feel like this song
You
is
don't
going
have
to
to.
be really
Who's
good
this
for this fight.
suggestion?
Is he like, is he solid?
Can't tell.
Ask him.
Because I don't know, I'm just gonna hit him regular with the sword.
That's
using
yeah,
combo.
good call.
Thank you. Ooh, with a 16 plus a 14. It's 30. Boom.
It hits.
Ugh. Cool. Can I tell if he's solid from that?
From that hit, you know that you did damage somehow, one way or another.
22 damage. This is my
Cool.
church.
22 damage.
Yes.
And Goromir.
Wait, can I tell from that, like, observing if he's solid or not?
Oh, I'm so dizzy now.
Sorry for obsessing. I'm just really interested
Okay.
in the physics of this.
I'm going to do a lot of damage to this thing. So,
Okay. No, I'm sorry.
assuming everything works, of course. So just be prepared.
Hey guys, this thing's a higher level than us.
It also says it has to be the same size as us too, doesn't it?
It says same level / size and under.
Yep.
Well, I'm big.
He said it's 15 feet tall, Jenny!
I have a complex.
It's just Napoleon. I'm bigger than everything, you say, looking up.
I cast Smite,
That's actually true.
I have a
which is
Not,
successful.
not for me, but for this character.
Oh my god.
And I attack. If it is at all away from me, then I'm going to charge if I can. But if it's not within a charge distance, then I won't.
It's coming from the creature.
Oh, fuck. This again?
So I must be really close to that if I can hear that. So I can't charge. Great. I use a regular attack.
Why didn't
after
they do that for
casting
me?
Smite.
I was close.
Hiya!
I was getting at the sound. Sorry.
Oh. No, don't apologize. I'm just like really
Well,
interested in this thing for whatever reason.
I really wish that was a 9, but it's actually a 6. So I rolled a 12 for my to hit. 12.
That hits.
Oh, thank Christ. I mean, Zeus.
Thank.
I mean,
I
Poseidon.
mean,
You're welcome.
Thank
Third time
I
for sure.
mean,
Raw.
Oh.
Thank Raw.
the.
Oh, man.
I mean, I
You should, like...
thank myself.
You should have Jesus as a playable character. That'd be so
It's
fun.
a playable
Oh
character.
my gosh.
I mean, it's literally
here's
him,
your
it's just his
special
name
summon.
is pronounced Jesus.
You're supposed to summon Jesus.
He has a
You
scythe.
could like perform miracles and stuff. That'd be great.
So that's 32 holy damage. I'm hoping for a boost of damage. from
Well,
that.
Undyne screams and says, "That dealt 64!"
I can see numbers!
I'm so happy. I'm so happy that you have a scouter on Undyne.
She has the scan ability.
It's over 9,000!
I'm so happy that I can just smite this bitch for 64 damage.
That's pretty dope.
Undyne sees this gigantic beast
Just walnuts.
and smiles, grabs 2 of the spears down, sends the other 2 forward, and then sprints to go and stab the other 2 spears into it herself. because she's like really turned on by the fact that there's this giant creature looking down at her.
That's awesome.
They managed to actually enter it, dealing 24.
Okay.
And then she tries to go stab into its... If she can jump high enough. She did not jump high enough. She tries to stab up.
Get it in the ethereal danglies.
That's a hit, and the other one phases through. She's like, bye. Dealing another...
Bye-bye.
Billion damage.
10 billion damage. That was a so short.
And it immediately heals for 9 billion.
She actually dealt 18 damage.
998,000.
18 damage.
So 18 instead of her typical 12.
Dope.
Pyra.
Did you say at one point that I cannot do friendly fire?
Correct.
Okay. So I'm gonna cast Fireball at it.
It's so ridiculous how with my feather.
16.
I'm
Cast.
Walk underneath it and
Somehow.
just gently tickle it.
I'm
3d4 plus
styling.
1. 3. Can't do math.
20.
Burning damage.
20
You
burning.
see the fireball explode over his right shoulder, and it goes... and then back to whispering sounds. You're like, this is fucking creepy. Dionysia.
Okay. You're still hurt.
I am. Fuck, I forgot about that. Yes.
You forgot to take your potion again, didn't
I
you?
did.
Oh, but you
Climb at the
have to
same
do an
time.
action you couldn't do in this minor anyway.
It's in your
yeah.
pants.
It's in the pants.
You're still doing okay. You got hit.
I'm full,
not doing
bruh.
okay.
I'm full, bruh.
Okay.
Don't you worry about me.
I'm tolerable. Okay, we're gonna run a bit of a risk. First off, I'm gonna cast. Oh god, do I wanna? 1 sec. Sorry. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna cast Regen on Angoramir. Okay. Cast? Almost a spell burst.
Those are
Almost
loud
that.
dice.
would've
They
They
are.
seem louder than
That would have
normal.
been awesome if it's spell burst.
God, wouldn't it though? So you heal my magic, which is 13 for 3 turns.
Super.
That's 5 MP for me. Thank God for improved, whatever the hell that's called. Thank you. It's my minor action. I'm going to try and go around this thing the long way to keep out of its reach, making my way towards Enclave of Clave.
Okay.
And as
Right or left?
doesn't matter.
It will matter for the sake of this room.
Is there anything can I cast a quick glance to see?
You know that you see a door on the right and a door on the left on the exact same position further on in the room. You know that intuitively these are entrances to the king's chambers and to the princess's chambers.
I'll go around via the princess's chambers.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast Flash Heal on Pyra. That one.
Nope.
Alright.
You fucked me, dice. Yeah, and that burns the MP too. Damn it.
Thanks anyway.
It's the one thing I can't have happen in this freaking battle. I don't have a lot of MP left.
He fizzles his self-heal. Or sorry, his flash heal on himself. He fizzles that.
Thank God. I know how that feels.
He is dealt 17 from the ice, or from the coffin. It goes away.
Oh, shit.
Does he also now take the extra 20 from the burning damage as well? Fireball.
It didn't hit him.
The fireball.
Oh, that was the
Shot
monster.
Yeah,
Mubby.
And then... Oh, that was...
Sorry, I spaced for a second. I know he healed for the freezing, but does he still get damage for the second time?
He did.
He did.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
yeah.
17.
Okay.
Cool.
Rage of the Ocean!
God, this pompous douche nugget.
He casts Water Jet.
That is enough of that.
Okay, you receive the damage.
I puff out my chest.
6, 1, 1.
6.
Sick.
Does he have like hair? Does he have long hair?
40
short hair?
damage.
Holy shit, bro! That was 2/3 of my health.
Better take that potion.
Did 40 damage?
I totally can.
Damn.
Actually, if you, I'd
Yeah,
recommend
it's
it.
not gonna help me too much because I'm an idiot and didn't put a main. on my belt.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
But no.
Oh, wow. Okay. What's your defense?
11.
Is it a major
Really?
to drink something
Yes.
off your belt?
He misses
It's a minor to drink off of your belt.
He hits Undyne, though.
Major if you go for anything that's in your inventory. So seriously, does this guy have like a top knot or something? I'm just wondering if his hair gets in his face when he's trying to fillet himself.
Top knots are cool. What he means is a man bun. Just to make the distinction.
It deals 23 damage to Undyne with one swipe. It knocks her back and hits the door, and she is dealt additional damage.
The fact that Undyne just got knocked back and hit the door to take extra damage, I'm mad. I'm so mad.
It is player phase.
Good.
I smell my lucky candle for luck.
Well, it is your turn.
I'm just imagining like Agate has a candle in her keeping that she just...
Well, look at all this shit that I have
She
in there.
takes a hit.
It would probably.
Yeah, right.
I do have ale.
It's like Mel Brooks in History of the World Part 1 when he just takes a hit of cocaine and goes, everything's so green!
I love him.
Oh,
All
Mel
right.
Brooks, we love you.
I am going to first do the very exciting action of drinking the potion on my belt.
Please do.
For 2d4 plus 6 HP potion. Oh, excellent. Excellent!
No, it's an action to do it all in one go.
14. I healed for 14. That brings me
Damn,
up to...
you maxed out on it?
Mm-hmm.
That's dope.
37. Keys barely poking me out of a sharp stick. Then, as my major action, I'm going to rogue strike his ass.
Wow.
And when I mean his, I don't mean the shadow beast. I mean the other.
You cannot make it to Unclaimed Clave.
If I wanted to next turn, would it take my whole turn?
Yes.
Oh, for the love of Pete. I should've
My
done
and
this.
Gormir looks at Agate and gives like a signal, like, "Go ahead,
And do what?
run the enclave."
Okay, I do it.
Yeah.
12.
I have
You-
a fallback plan from
You are
Clave
going to
Clave.
have to either run around the perimeter of the entire room or between the Shadow Beast's legs. What do you do?
I run between his legs, but I try to slap his balls as I do it.
Give me a D20.
Like when
Shadow balls.
Like when you go
20
through a
dex
parking
check.
garage and you try and jump up and slap the big, like, concrete I-beams.
2 plus 8.
You run between its legs, and as you're going through its genitals, you try to slap up and you phase through it. You're like, damn. And you're almost at the stairs leading up to Enclave of Clave. Angoramir.
Hi, Shadow Beastie. I regen for an extra 13.
I think I should zap this thing with my unholy staff. What do y'all think?
No.
Sure, why not?
Now your unholy staff.
I have an unholy staff.
Now, can I ask a boring intro?
I had a feather, now I have an unholy staff.
Tribs, what does it cost to put something from my inventory in my belt?
It's an entire turn.
Holy shit, never mind.
Well, it's a major.
Okay, I'm done, thank you. I'm done, thank you. Go ahead. I'm done.
Yeah.
Thank you, yes,
You
I'm
sure?
done. Yes.
You have an instant action if you want
A
to
lot
use
of
it.
sugar in this thing.
There is.
Yeah, it looks like hummingbird food.
Yeah. I cast
Is that
Smite.
the dragon
Shocking.
blood or something, whatever it's called? I don't
No,
remember.
no. It's an electric berry.
Yeah.
I cast Smite.
It's lined
Smite.
with Raz.
It works. And I striketh the Shadow Fiend.
Crit.
With a 10 plus 6 is 16.
Hits.
Yay!
Die.
So
Yeah.
that puts me down to 9 MP.
9 HP, wow.
9 MP.
Okay.
Oh, is Enclave like a muse too? He's gonna use
No.
HP MP switch on me?
No, go on.
Yeah? Yeah?
Okay, Sin Harvest.
Yeah. So I hit, so it does 64 holy damage.
Okay. It's an auto crit thing?
Yeah, Smite's auto.
I know, I'm kidding. Are you really?
Yeah? You sure?
Wow.
Has a percentage chance to stun as well, but I don't think I can stun this guy.
Suddenly, the whispering sounds just stop. as the shadow beast collapses atop you, and then it's like a heavy mist or fog is like suffocating you, then it's suddenly descending down below you, and it's gone.
Oh.
And Clave is like, shit.
Good on you, buddy.
Shit. I guess I charge you.
Crazy eyes
Do
staring.
not Flash Gorgon him.
Why? I
'Cause I
wasn't
don't
gonna.
think it'll work.
I wasn't gonna.
Cool.
I was gonna like
Cool.
plunge
Cut his
my
head
sword
off.
into his gut
I like
and
that.
seppuku him.
Good.
Only
Yeah,
I'm
that's-
doing
that's-
it.
I
He's
mean,
not doing
yeah,
it
it's
to
all good.
himself.
Undyne gets up. Hyra.
Jesus.
I actually have a quick question. I'm so sorry. The MP potion that's on my belt. Minor action to use it, but could it also be a minor action to toss it to Dionysia?
It's on your belt?
It's on my belt.
Yes.
You got a free hand?
I am holding on to my Stygian iron staff two-handed if we're getting technical. But I suppose I could, with DM discretion, try and catch the bloody thing.
You may always try.
Yeah.
Alright.
Then yeah.
I toss it. I toss.
Gently just...
Not a major league pitch or whatever
Yeah.
you were saying. 15.
Catch.
I have 0 dex though.
Mental prowess catch. Draw it into my own hand. 20. Unnatural.
You catch it.
That's
or
hot.
either, I'm going to say you guide it to your hand.
Because it's going to be like... It's like, I just know that I can't get to it because I have 0 dexterity. So I'm just like... And just like freaking Jedi with the lightsaber right into my hand. Thank you!
It is a 3d6 plus 8 potion.
I'm going to say that took up your minor action, Trevor.
Okay. So I wouldn't have moved towards... Oh, it's not my turn yet, so it's going to use my minor action for this turn?
Yes.
Fuck! That's
Yes.
fine.
Eh. You can still heal and flash heal.
Mm-hmm. But it can't do my cool thing I was trying to do. That's fine, I can rely on Agate to kill this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Still have my thing as a fallback.
Yeah.
I don't know whether to use my potion.
I was doing all this as sort of it's like a setup turn, really.
Yeah.
It's like she's charging, I'm giving you what you need. We're all getting into position, basically.
Mhm. I think this would be a really good turn to do that.
What do you do?
I'm gonna pull my potion from my inventory and try to use it.
Because it's... You can do that in one turn, right? Major action, pull it out of your inventory and drink it.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have to roll for that, or do I just
I was contemplating that. We'll see if I should have.
3d6 plus 8.
Wow, that sugar affects you.
It doesn't always because of the
Damn,
whole
15 plus 8 is
ADHD
23.
thing, but it sure is
Phew.
tonight.
Fuck yeah, that was a really good heal.
Goodbye potion.
You've served your purpose.
Very good purpose.
Up to 29, right?
Yep.
Woo! That was awesome.
Cool. Thank you. I have nothing else to do.
No minor actions? You sure?
What?
Teasing.
I don't know. I don't think I have any minor actions.
I hope Enclave Clave's mouth is open when he dies so I can shit in it.
We can facilitate that regardless.
Am I like...
I mean, you give him a Glasgow smile before you do that? Jeez.
The Glasgow smile. Oh,
I'm
Joker?
excited to
Yeah.
start.
Gotcha.
Or Tommy
Better than a
Flanagan.
Colombian necktie.
What is that? Or I probably don't want to know.
That would be where you slit the throat and then you pull the tongue out of it.
Ew!
Looks like a necktie.
Dionysia, you gonna have a turn?
Yeah, well... You got regen on you
I
already.
have one more proc of regen for 13.
Okay.
The next proc will put me up to 58 out of 61.
You're hurting. You're not
37 out of
bad.
63. Oh, but I has the adrenaline rush.
Ooh, you may not want to either.
Yeah.
She's gonna smack the fuck out of Enclave Clave.
Yeah, I'm good. Okay, I'm gonna cast regen on
What?
Agate. Cast. So you heal for 13 right now, Jenny, and you'll do that again 2 more times at the beginning of each of your turns.
Yeah.
How much? Sorry.
13. 13. Bring me to 16 MP. I'm gonna cast Flash Heal on myself. Oh, it's barely a cast, but it's a cast.
calm down.
That'd be funny. Like you're cheating off my test.
Yeah. It's funny. I'm thinking about the setting of this whole room, and you're just like slapping, and I'm like, well, I'm awake.
All right. Since my minor action was taken up catching the MP potion, I cannot take it right
Thanks,
now.
bruh.
But I'm still at 13 MP, so I have enough to cast light if somebody goes down.
Speaking of which,
If I fall, you're going down with me. Going down with me, baby. If I fall.
he spells.
Oh, of course he does.
He raises his staff, looks down at the oncoming agate, and goes, "Zeus's storm," and lightly taps his staff to the ground.
Is that what the kids are
And
calling it
this
these
like
days?
sonic boom sound enters through the chapel, and just like with shockwaves of electricity, it comes. It just shakes through all of you.
It's a maelstrom.
It's just a maelstrom of energy that you're all just like, Jesus, ow, ow, ow.
Super Smash Brothers, Pikachu.
Pika! Pika! Yeah.
That's why whenever I play as Ganondorf, I just immediately eject that little rat bastard off the stage.
So I need some honesty. I need some honesty from the two of you. Have either of you moved forward?
I could not. Because I caught the potion. So, I mean, I was...
Oh, you moved around the edge.
Yeah, I moved around the edge. So if that counts, then yes.
Yes.
You stated it. You never moved.
No, I was going to last time. I decided not to.
What if Festus was dead? How's he making all this lightning bolt shit?
Who said he's not?
Misnomer.
Hephaestus is not the ruler of lightning. Zeus is the ruler
He
of lightning.
makes the stuff and gives it to him.
Well, Angoramir, you
I saw Fantasia.
are all dealt 36.
Me,
Are you alive?
I am not.
including me.
-5.
My absolute biggest fear was Trevor going down.
So he did 36 damage, so even with my fairy, my max MP is 35.
Oh.
So no matter what, that would have taken me down.
Feels bad. Constitution's a good stat.
Yep. Hey, I'm glad I got a regen off on Agate, so I'm still technically healing from the grave!
Shit. Yeah.
36.
So do I waste a turn healing myself, or do I just
35.
go for it?
Bitch.
Oh, you're right.
So -4.
I'm at -4.
Hell yeah. Suck it.
Yeah.
That means my fairy's gone too.
Well, I got 2 chances
Bye,
to kill it.
Archimedes.
I would have been.
Yeah, Archimedes is Thanos dust. What are either of you two down?
So Spider-Man.
No.
Wow. So just,
I have 14 HP.
you were so worried about one of them going down that you went down.
I even healed myself last turn
Yeah.
with Flash Heal. I was slowly just making back up.
Well, I'm enraged.
Okay, it is player phase.
No, I'm
Agate, it is
enraged.
your turn.
Okay.
Actually, technically, Pyra, you can go first.
Oh.
Because range!
What do I
Yeah.
have? I'm done with that feat.
That was 2. I need to have another Constitution point. One.
Before you do anything, I'm going to have Undyne see Dionysia go down, and there's this rage that crosses her face, and she's like, and then she stops, and then like turns her head, and she like listens at the door.
Codswallop.
Pyra.
I don't think I'm gonna do that. Then.
Just cast heal on me. Oh.
Can I waste a turn to give him a healing potion? Or...
Go kill.
Yeah, I would say it's not
Go kill.
worth in combat to try and revive if you're not a healer.
I'm trying to decide what to do.
Now y'all are on the clock.
Yeah.
Wreck him. Wreck shot.
But that means you'll get
It's
paid
like-
at the end of this.
It's like in Final Fantasy Tactics when one of your party members dies and you see a number pop up above them before they turn into a crystal.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. That is very butthole puckering.
And then
Yeah, I
you see
actually
it.
understood that.
You see it like tick down to like 1 or 0, and you're
Look, I
like,
gotta kill.
"There's one enemy left."
No, was that smart? No, it's not smart. Fuck. Sorry.
It's okay.
That's okay. Honestly,
I was thinking about
Think.
doing.
take your time. Don't overlook any abilities, any items.
That's actually might be smart.
Oh, how much do you have left?
19, 13, 5.
13, 19, and 5, so it's 30, 37. That actually, magic missile does more
Oh,
damage.
mana blast.
Oh, that's true. It would be.
Would be
No,
if you did
I'm
all
gonna do-
three,
yeah,
and
I'll
it
do
doesn't burn your
magic
MP.
missiles,
Hey,
because that's.
also, I would like to do a friendly reminder.
Yes.
I think you ended up with it, but don't you have a scepter called Diamond Dust?
Yes, I do. I don't know what that. I never wrote down actually what that does.
It centers around you, but it does a lot of ice damage.
Jenny,
Like
Do you have
AoE.
the skill sheets?
I can look it up right now.
4d12 plus 24. I did write that down.
4d12 plus 24.
So
Yeah.
if you get close to him, like, it's not a target. The spell is cast on the scepter, basically.
10 meters. Okay.
So you'd have to get within range, but I think he's actually probably within range of that because it's a big area. You also might want to save it because it sounds like someone's coming through a door behind Undying. So
Yeah, I'll save it because I still have no
Does the
MP.
diamond dust cost MP?
It's 12.
Hey, what's
Yeah.
the scepter made out of?
What if I do this one?
The scepter was made out of some sort of
It would be
marble.
6.
Marble
Yeah, it
type
is.
material.
I'm gonna cast 3 magic missile bolts at him.
That's 13 per.
Yep.
Okay.
Pew!
8 casts. Thank
Cool.
goodness for you guys.
Yep.
That is 39 plus numbers. Plus
I know that feeling well, Tommy. When people are just waiting on you and you're like, there's math, okay?
3 projectiles penetrate through his body, and he uses the staff to break off the shafts of them, and they disperse. He's dealt the damage, but just very dramatically, he's like, fuck off.
I want to break.
So it's like that
the
scene in
fucking
300 and Leonardo
Yes.
snaps all the
Yeah.
arrows.
Delicious.
And
You don't watch
then
that movie
Leonidas
again.
eats them because he's a Spartan, so he's not that smart.
Is that one of the movies you guys were definitely not 17 when we saw that? Or was it just you?
I was a
Feast
sophomore.
of Love was a
yeah.
great movie.
No parents or
We
guardians.
do not speak of it.
We were so like, oh, we just took these not of age kids to this. And we had lots
God,
of
that movie
sex.
sucked.
What was it?
It's called Feasts of Love. So like a modern day Shakespeare thing.
But
We
it
thought it
was
was going to be good because it had
weird.
Morgan Freeman. We were wrong.
Sounds like you were betrayed.
We didn't always pick the good movies.
Just so everyone knows at home listening, the DM has left, probably to cry in the bathroom as he realizes that Enclave is about to die and what to do afterward.
Right. Well, part of me really wants to try and break his staff in half, but I'd rather kill him.
Oh, that'd be great.
You know,
I don't. He said
do you
it
guys
was
want to know
marble.
meta what I was trying to do by getting close?
What?
I was going to get up in his face and I was going to whip out my mother's head and turn him to stone.
That would have been awesome.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It worked out really well.
That's what you told me not to.
The corpse is just like,
That's why you
It
told
worked
me
out
not
well.
to do the thing.
It's great.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
great.
great. It's great.
It's great.
It's great.
Best
I
plan
get
of all
it. I
time,
get it.
greatest idea.
Thanks.
Did you do this?
No.
That's why you told me not to flash Gorgon him.
I honestly didn't think Flash Gorgon was going to work because he was the boss.
Yeah, I
I
don't
wasn't
think it's
gonna
gonna
do it. But you know what? Sometimes I just like to use my abilities.
Yeah. You know what ability I like when you use? Heroic Strike.
Can you give me a Constitution check, please?
8.
Okay. I get it.
I don't think that works.
Oh, okay. Am I up the stairs already?
Oh,
You can get to him this turn, yes.
Okay, cool.
oh fuck his day up.
Yeah, please.
Was that a minor action?
Minor action to get to him, you may attack right now.
Okay, I'm in heroic strikes him.
Fuck up his
With a 16, 14, 30.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It hits.
That's dope.
Cool. 50 plus 3.
Misses. He has 35 defense.
So it's 53 damage because I have adrenaline rush.
I had a character in 5th edition D&D.
You slice through his robes,
class.
causing many bangles to fall to the ground. And it's very poetic, actually, as you're cutting through the gold that made him so ostentatious and dumb-looking. He is being stripped of that power as well as his position, as many medallions are falling to the ground.
Excellent. Does the stupid staff fall too?
No.
Now
He's
it's
still
more
standing.
like he's just Enclave now.
Okay, I would like to combo and heroic strike again.
Hold on. I'm so sorry.
But that doesn't count.
I was afraid of that. I'm sorry.
You're so annoying, Jeff. Just kidding, I love you.
I am. I'm sorry. You can't use this same ability
Twice. Okay. I'll just
so combo regular attack.
Combo regular hit with the sword.
How sexy would it be if you comboed and critted
roll that
anyway?
against the original one?
You
Oh,
miss
fuck.
because he moves.
Damn.
He moves as in he boop boop down the stairs.
Oh.
Not very far, but like within 5 meters, he's just there then gone.
Yeah.
And now he's actually like in the exact center of the room.
That sucks.
Unconscious DNA.
Wait, exact center of the room, but he's down the stairs?
He's down the stairs, back like the way that where the shadow creature was. He's basically standing right where that was.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
So he's actually closer to you.
Mm-hmm. That's
Also
fantastic.
in range of Diamond
Yes,
Dust.
it is.
And in a position where all of his AoEs will hit everyone.
Well,
That's not good,
let's
'cause-
not focus on that part.
Yeah. Damn.
Okay,
Let's
I'll focus on that.
Let's focus on the we need to kill him before that happens part.
Can we say that?
Thank you.
I'm
man.
unconscious. It's
When
all I
does
can
my
do.
proc of that whatever thing happen?
I can't remember if it's the beginning of the turn or end of the turn.
Hold on. So she used combo though,
Mm-hmm.
and then he blinked
And you're counting the
during
two I
the
rolled?
attack.
I'm counting the 2-year-old.
Okay.
Counting the 2-year-old.
Plus
Okay,
all
so
my shit?
so
Did
she
I add
attacked
to
him
it?
and then he whiffed. Okay, because I was wondering if she has an attack left, she can throw her
I
sword.
mean,
She's done.
2 plus
Okay.
stuff.
You are done.
It's 2+ stuff, Tommy.
He beat the 2.
Okay.
All it says in my notes, Jenny, is you heal that per turn. Your turn's done now, so you should have gotten that heal.
What was it?
Your
13.
region. Yay! Alright, so since he's close to me now,
Wait,
is he immediately next to me? Or can I charge him?
question. No, my fairy's out now because I'm out. Does the magic that she heals for equal what? Because if my fairy...
It is at the origin point of
Yeah.
what the
so it's
spell
still
was
13.
cast.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. Then
It's
yes,
a really good question.
That is
but-
a very good question, yes. It
I
is,
didn't
it is
wanna
from,
cheat.
it is from the starting point of the cast.
Because it's no longer drawing
You
off of
cannot charge him because he's within 5
Okay.
meters of you.
I cast Might. That's successful. It was almost the one. Jesus.
He actually spins his staff towards you almost like a monk's position to try to deflect your attack, just so you know.
Fucking Keelik looking
It's
motherfucker.
okay. Power of the sky shaker. I
Power
attack.
of Poseidon's waterbed!
I attack.
Crit.
It's a 9 plus 6 for 15.
It hits.
So 32 holy damage.
He is dealt 16.
Oh, what a
Because he's
bitch.
blessed by the gods.
No, he's not.
So it is actually more beneficial for me to not use smite. It'll do more damage.
Pyra, you already went, didn't you? Yeah, you cast Magic Missile.
God, it's still that same turn.
Jeez.
Undyne opens the door. And very casually and slowly, Hammer enters the room.
Oh, shit.
And shuts the door behind her and takes stock of the situation. Does not see your body because you are against the wall behind pews from her vantage point.
Over here.
She sees the position and also is the only one that really takes stock of how Enclave's doing right now. He actually went down to one knee, at least for a moment, and then stood back up, and then put his staff, hold it with 2 hands, and then taps it onto the ground, and there's this pillar of light that's surrounding him that's actually protecting him from outside of all of you. And he's just holding that position. He's not casting anything else, but he's just staying there. It is player phase again.
Oh.
Oh, son.
Constitution check.
That dice fucked me last time. 9.
It is free reign for all of you to do what you will.
I'm going to use a minor action to inform Hammer. Because I see her enter the room, right? I inform Hammer that Dionysia needs help. And
the tiefling over there is licking the hair off of Dionysia's head.
so I say Dionysia needs help,
How I heal.
and I'm. This is actually not meta because I just found this out. I say Dionysia needs help, and this guy is strong against holy.
Hammer nods and says, "Good to know." And she moves sideways towards where you gestured, gets to the other side of the pews, snaps her fingers, and lives you.
Oh, God.
Well, she tried. Hold on.
Uh,
It works.
One.
You are alive to a quarter of your max health.
Oh, welcome back.
Yay.
What's a quarter of 35? 8?
Yeah, let's go with 8. Yeah.
Sure.
It would round down.
Round up, actually. So
Because
9.
it's 3/8.
Let's go with 9.
It'd be 8 3/8.
9? Wait. Yeah, 9.
Let's go with 9.
Why not?
9?
You're like, it doesn't matter because it's going to AoE you on. Alright. I have a feeling that if I were to attack him, I would be dealt damage. I have a very sneaking suspicion of this. So I would like to test this theory. Oh, that would be very unsmart. Damn. I've thought about this in the past, too. I thought about having, like, an actual backup sword on my belt so that
I
can
have one.
throw.
It's a gladius.
Is it a Sadius or a
Sadius.
Gladius?
Right now, I think it's kind of Mattius. You know you liked it, Tommy. You know you liked it.
I named it Thaddeus. No, I did not. But...
Didn't you name it Janet?
No, that's my crude
It's the
cleaver.
crude cleaver.
This is hilarious. I don't
Alright,
know why.
folks.
Well,
Do
if I
you-
had one, it would be Radius.
Do you do any action or do you pause?
I honestly am just going to spend my turn informing Hammer.
Do I get to go?
I can't think of anything
You get
else
to
to
stand
do
up this
at
turn.
the moment with my
Or
wonderful
you can instant, not anything else.
major action.
Cool flash heal on me. Cast.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, my
Dramatic.
my major action is meh.
Okay. Agate or Pyra, do you have any actions or do you just pause?
Oh, I'd like to smack what's his face with my sword again.
Sure.
By smacking, I mean impaling him with my sword.
Sure.
You do remember the giant force field around him, right?
Oh.
Meta.
Oh, he has a giant force field around him?
Yeah, I said so quite a few minutes ago.
Oh.
The sugar is affecting your mind.
Sorry, Sheev. Can I try
It's actually
throwing
Palpatine.
something? I can't throw anything. I'll drink a potion on my belt.
Okay.
That's what I'll do. Glug.
Meh.
Glug.
Wait,
3.
you're gonna get the one last proc of regen as well.
Cool. I'll do the lesser then. Thanks, bruh.
Because otherwise I don't want you to have to take the potion and have to be like, well, that was useless.
No, it will not be.
Shit.
Okay, it'll be the 2d6 plus 4 one.
Broke it.
Pyra, do you have any actions?
Do I take your whatever the heck?
Yeah, that's
If
happening
I were
regardless.
to
So
move
13?
towards
Correct.
Dionysia, just kind of while she's healing up to kind of like block. Am I still within like the 10
wait, I
meter?
would have healed for
You
one
will
last
be
because
anywhere.
Fairy is inactive.
Oh, okay. Then I'll kind of just move a little closer, or kind of in the way.
As you do so, Hammer is crossing you in a different poo,
Different poo.
and
Maybe
in order
later.
to get to the middle of the room towards Enclava.
Maybe later.
Yes.
Is this nearing the end of player phase, it looks like?
Yes.
I had just a quick point of order. I wanted
Sure.
to say I took off 1 point of my healing because Fairy is not active.
Thank
so
you.
my magic would have been less.
I appreciate it.
Teacher's pet.
Attention to detail.
I have a major action left. And I am going to use it by trying to communicate with Enclave.
Why? What a douche.
Okay. What do you say?
I'm going to ask him if he's afraid.
He does not respond because he's putting all of his effort into holding his position.
Keep stroking the rod.
Give me a cunning check.
I don't have any cunning, but I rolled a 4.
You think he looks constipated. On enemy phase, you can hear the king through the rippling aura shield thing say, "Kill the centaur." And you see Enclava wince upon hearing the order. And then there's suddenly Hammer on the other side of you that's looking at the shield up and down, and you can tell that there's something different about her. Something has changed about this woman's demeanor. Not that she's evil, not that she's like suddenly like gonna kill you or anything like that, but she's not as bright as she was when you first met her. Something's happened to really turn her perspective on something. And she's looking at the shield and she's like, I think I recognize this power as Apollo's.
Apollo. Yeah.
And Enclava just glares at her, and she's like, let me take a look at that. And touches it, and like really tries to grab onto it, and her hands are shaking violently as she's holding on, and the shield bursts.
Oh, shit.
And it's so strong, and you can't quite tell if she meant it for that, or if he did something at the last second, because suddenly she's being knocked back away from him. And there's this slow motion kind of thing that happens where he's just suddenly pushing this mass amount of MP towards you.
Mana blast.
Yeah. He's mana blasting towards you.
Okay.
I need you to give me a D20 luck check to see what happens to you.
Oh, shit, I wish I had taunt.
Can I try and do something with mental prowess? It's a subtle thing, so I'm hoping it might work.
Let me have his roll first.
Okay. 'Cause I'm trying to fuck with Enclave Clave's aim, if that helps.
10.
Okay. What's your dex? 0?
Oh, my dex is 0, yeah.
Yeah.
Dexterity and cunning are not my
Strong
strengths.
suits. Yeah. Nor mine. It
But
turns
everything
out.
else is.
Okay.
If you give me a number
Hold on,
and it's
hold on.
absolutely terrifying,
I'm trying
it's
to
okay.
I'm trying to map the room because he missed you.
Nah.
What?
The spell went off, but he missed you because it's like a Kamehameha wave.
Oh.
Actually, you were right. You were between him and the door,
The door
and
leading back
Undyne
into
was
the
at the
hallway.
door. Yeah,
Is it?
The thing that I was trying to do, if this helps your little predicament, is
it's not really a predicament. I think I know what I'm going to do, but what?
Fair. Because I wouldn't have known that it was going to miss Angormir, so I was going to use mental prowess to just... You know when somebody's drinking water and you go "Beep" on the underside
Sure.
of the cup? That,
Yeah.
but his hands, so it goes up.
You may try. I'm going to say it's
Which
considerably.
dice do I use, Jeff?
I'm going to say it's a considerably low possibility.
That's fair.
But yes.
This one.
It's the first set of D&D dice that I ever bought for Tommy's Avatar campaign.
Okay.
For Luge Long. 13. 13
So
plus
you-
11
Plus 11.
is 24. I wanted to say it was 13, but I haven't recast Fairy, and that'd be cheating.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if it was 13 back 13.
You successfully raise his hands so that it misses her head.
Oh, jeez.
And it hits just above it like this giant cannonball just crashed through, and it causes the doors to fold in on themselves.
Ew.
To fold and fall straight down. So despite your positive intent, it lands on her.
But it wasn't the blast itself.
It wasn't the blast itself. And
So
Undyne
hopefully
is
that's
suddenly
better.
underneath cathedral doors. Hammer screams.
Man, Undyne has had some shit happen to her.
Hammer screams.
Trying to come up with a pun about closing the door, and I don't know.
Dionysia, you are the first to really take stock of this situation right now because you were fully aware of grabbing the hands, seeing the consequence, both consequences, and so your hand is already outstretched to do something. What do you do?
Have no line of sight on Undyne anymore. Hammer's just screaming. What's his face? Just shot his stupid Kamehameha. What can you do? Oh god, do I think he's damaged enough for that? Do I blow my last spell on that? Yeah, I'm gonna risk it. I'm going to cast...
Hold on. Give me a d20 luck check.
Give me another chance, Luge. Natural 20!
You have chosen wisely.
I'm going to say upon your getting up and your motion upward as you're raising his hands up and you see all this happen, you barely notice that the feather has come out of your pocket and it's flowing up and it touches your head. And there's a message that comes into your head of a voice that you do not recognize, and yet it sounds familiar. And the voice says, "Are you going to act like the monster they think you are?"
Yes.
And what is the alternative, I wonder? I'm trying to think if there's a way I can neutralize the threat without killing him. Jenny, I'm going to be a hypocrite. I'm going to get right up in his face.
But you're on the stairs, though.
No, he's not downstairs. He's just across a pew from her.
Oh.
Because I was down low.
Just to give you a reminding of the setting, Hammer and Angoramir are the two easily right next to him.
Yeah.
Like, he's sandwiched between them, essentially. And they're both, they're next to him, but all three of them are looking towards the doors where Undyne is now.
Yeah, I'm going to just try, and I'm going to go right up in his face. I'm going to grab his chin. I'm going to look in his eyes, and then I'm going to try my Flash Gorgon.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said I'm going to be a hypocrite.
Blinking guy meme.
11 plus 11. 11. I make a wish. It works.
Unfortunately, it does not work.
Fair.
You grab his face and turn it towards you, and you Flash Gorgon him, and he winces.
Try to get him with your mom's head.
I was going to do that, but I don't think he comes back from that.
And he is able to telekinetically force push you away, like over the pew, and your foot catches on the very top of a pew, and you actually fall to the ground in between two pews.
What a fucker.
As he does the force push, can I Azula him?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I love how that's a verb.
And I love that we just
Like,
knew.
immediately as soon as his hand gets stretched out, my sword is going like this.
Okay.
I've had it with Enclave of Clave, man. That's a
one.
17. By the way, I wasn't casting Smite. Just so you know.
Yeah.
Because
the 17 will automatically hit.
Okay.
And it will instantly go into his face, and you will kill him exactly the same way as you killed Azula.
Great.
Awesome.
The blue sword of your own homey energy penetrates up through his chin, through his mouth, nose, brain, and out through the top of his head. And you actually have him like a little puppet that is instantly dead and used to be so ostentatious. But now is just really dumb. What do you do with this stupid puppet?
I mean, I'm kind of mad you got kill shot, but this really fucking
continue. I continue upward, and I try to lift him off the ground with my strength.
You do so.
Ew.
And I display it to the heavens.
As you are doing so, and you're just like, check out this avatar that I just killed for you. Avatar of the gods, basically. You are also noticing in the corner of your eye that veil of protective energy goes away. And the king's just standing there, kind of shaking his head, disappointed almost. Doesn't look afraid.
Yeah.
Just sort of shakes his head like, stupid idiot.
I immediately sling my sword down and let the body collapse.
It is crunchy as it hits the ground. And suddenly, Jenny's like, that's loot.
Yeah, immediately. I loot.
Everyone takes 800 XP.
Wow.
Super.
Ding.
Yeah, that's a ding.
Not for me, I already danged.
I have not dinged yet, but I'm close.
gonna go over to the doors. I'm gonna try and mental prowess them off of Undyne.
Oh yeah, I'm dying.
Trevor, your staff, considering your moral choice at this fork in the road, I'm going to say that it has changed from unholy to arcane.
What?
Because I got 2 good boy points.
Oh my god.
If you had I'm going to freely say this, if you had chosen to save Undyne above all else, you would have had a holy staff.
Yeah, it's okay. I didn't want a holy staff.
Okay.
Okey-dokey.
I'm not a holy person.
Okay.
Honestly, these last 2 or 3 sessions, I almost took Dionysia down the dark side. Almost went for it, straight up.
Ruby, make your lightsaber.
Yes.
This is a stronger crystal, not the weak natural ones the Jedi use.
That's why they have all red ones, because the Sith manufacture their lightsaber crystals. They're supposed to be strong.
Alright, what's the king doing now?
The king is just kind of looking around at all of you, and he's like, kind of waiting. And if you all just stare back at him, he says, "So what? Do you kill me next?
No.
Is this a coup? Do you want payment? Do you want..." I'm very unclear about your motivations here.
What are your
I
motivations?
pointed him.
Her. I'm currently trying to Jedi mind trick some heavy fucking doors off of somebody, so I'm not even looking.
Give me a d20.
Misa?
Yes.
You, sir.
I told the king.
With bonuses, 14.
You,
Super weak.
paired with Hammer's immense strength trying to lift them up herself, you are able to lift one door off, and she pushes it aside, and she grabs Undyne's hand and pulls her out from the other door. She is unconscious.
Like 0 HP unconscious?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
I'll cast
shit.
life.
Brother.
You need the cast.
She lives, and she's like, "I'm undying."
And the first thing she sees is my...
Actually, it looks at Hammer first, but sure.
Because I'm just over here picking the pockets of this guy, like
It's just like, oh yeah, what are we gonna do, King?
blooding all over. Well, he's gonna start monologuing again. Do I find anything?
Yes, let's deal with the king situation first, then I'll
Okay.
let you loot.
Okay. Well, while they were dealing with the doors, I'm going to ask the king,
Cool.
why did you order for my execution?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
racist fuck.
Because you are unnatural.
What makes me unnatural?
You are half an animal with human.
I advanced him immediately.
Clop, 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 clop,
Yeah,
clop, angry. It's like
I
if
don't
there were
like that.
subtitles for this, it would just say angry clip clop.
Clip clopping angrily.
I get up from rooting around in the pockets.
What is your end goal
and
here?
follow you.
To intimidate, to lift, to pain,
I'm running
to
him
pain.
through.
Oh.
Pain.
Oh,
Running him
regicide.
through.
No, okay. Maybe I'll just let you then, even though I've gotten
If it
up
happens,
and I'm
it
like,
happens.
interested in this. And
I ain't paying
backing you up
attention.
if you want.
Not sure I would stop you if I was.
So
Oh
I'm
no,
watching
no,
from
I was
a
gonna
distance.
help if you wanted.
Yeah, we've got 2 Gorgons, a Tiefling, and a Centaur, and he just
It
called
was-
you the
Yeah,
Inhuman.
I was just like,
Right.
you know, actually, I think everyone knows that I've been kind of leaning a little bit darker
Mhm.
because of, like, we keep getting captured and
Tortured.
and all this shit.
You
And that
keep
was
getting bullied
exactly
everywhere.
what not to say for the king.
Literally. And with such conviction.
I don't know anything about the king in terms of his like battlefield prowess.
Sure.
But this is a blind charge attack, though not a actual. Well, actually, it is a charge because it's leveled up.
Why not?
So I'm charging,
You're like, now I got the
and
MP.
I am
mofo.
casting smite. So smite critically fails, and charge attack for 8 plus 6 is 14.
You run up the stairs and impale him through and push him so hard with your strength that you actually push him into one of the pedestals for one of the gods and impale him to the pedestal. You can't quite tell which one. And he looks down at the sword and he's instantly bleeding. And he looks up at you and does that very annoying habit that I described before of like he has that stutter with his eyes as he's like looking towards something, but it takes him a few seconds.
Can I do something else real quick? This is planned to be a fluid motion, by the way.
Let me say this one line, unless it was okay. What he says to you as he's making the motions to look back up at your face, he says, "Ever the monster, never the man."
The fluid motion was, I grab that stupid fucking onyx crown off his head and smash it in front of him and say, "Fuck you."
As he sees his crown shatter, he dies. If you let your sword diminish and so he falls,
I unsummon it.
You unsummon it and he falls, and you see that his blood is caked all over Poseidon's pedestal.
Great.
I just want to say, there's nothing wrong with being a monster.
But Dionysia,
My character
you
does say
hear a loud, very panicked voice before he dies as the onyx crown is taken off and shattered. Suddenly you can hear the thoughts, because they're loud and panicked.
Okay.
And the thoughts are a lot more panicked than he ever portrayed in life. And the thoughts all shout towards, I have to get to Daedalus. He can heal me. He's the only one that can heal me. He's over in...
Motherfucker.
Those were the words.
Sorry.
The feeling and the direction is his study down below, and like right next to the general area of where the mimic was, this work table, and the wings. He was so sure that he would find him there, and that was his last thought.
But he did not.
Okay. Cool.
He did not.
I imagine I got that as I was healing Undyne, so I'm not going to be able to communicate that just yet to everybody. I'll let everybody else do their stuff.
Undyne and Hammer see their boss die, and they see the King of Olympia fall at the hooves of the man that they have always thought was one of the best men they've ever known.
Aww.
But Hammer at the very least heard the insult.
I heard it too.
Hammer doesn't really quite know what to say, and Undyne will say something like, "So, we're fired."
No,
You were going to quit anyway.
You want to join us?
You don't have to put in your 2 weeks notice now.
Right. And I did
True.
find you a nice template just in case. But alright, fine.
The body of Enclava, you will see that there is...
What was the thing's actual name?
Never had one.
It's Enclave Clave, man.
My name is Zeph.
By the way, I just gotta say, like, I totally get why we were making those jokes. But there was like a 3-session span where I thought he was with the Enclave because of how we named him.
Yeah, me too.
And it confused the balls out of me.
What happened to your bowl?
No. He was part of the Heka ring.
He has 2,300 gold on him.
Oh!
The king or Enclave?
Enclava has
yeah.
2,300 gold. He has 2 major MP potions,
I'll take one of those.
neither of which he needed.
Unless someone else wants one.
MP potions? Yeah, I
Major
fucking want
MP.
that.
Yeah. At least one should go to our healer.
You can have both. I'll buy one later with all this fucking gold. Here you go.
Yeah, I'll give you back yours when we have a quiet moment, so I'm gonna go ahead and...
Can I have one of those?
I am giving mine to Pyra.
It's $5.75.
Oh, okay.
for
So
all
If
of
you
us.
repay the favor, I'm giving
Sure.
it to Pyra.
Yeah, it also just passes straight to you. So
So
it's a
4d6.
MP potion. No, no, the one that I have from Jeff.
Oh,
earlier
sorry.
was going
Sorry.
over, yeah. 3d6 plus 8. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take one of the 4d ones.
We all get $5.75, y'all.
575.
Five
Thank you.
dollars.
I honestly think that you should have both of the major
Really?
manas.
4d6 plus
12.
12. Thank you. Yeah, I'll take them both then.
$5.75, you say?
Burn through MP like a mofo.
Yeah, I was
No.
down with that. Now I can buy all the ones. I want.
575 plus 5.
I'm gonna go shopping big time next time we're at the town.
Oh my god, I'm 1 gold away from 1100.
What level is everyone?
7 now.
7,
seven.
6.
Oops.
7 yesterday.
You've got to be so close to 7, though.
I'm at 10,690.
Yeah, you're fucking super
Yeah,
close.
Yeah.
310.
Cool.
Oops, I put 3DS instead of 3D6.
I'm gonna go ahead and recast Fairy while I'm thinking about it.
Okay.
When all of this looting on Clave is done, I specifically want to be the one to loot the king.
Sure.
Sure.
And I'm gonna do a quick apology to the room. Be like, that was the one thing he shouldn't have said.
Okay.
Sorry.
Just like you're just walking over there like, what an asshole.
Like, I was just like blind red rage, and then after I unsummoned my sword and all the stuff's going on back there, I just turn around like clip clop like, sorry. It's really.
I mean,
So wait, you're Lancelot and
Yeah.
Monty Python on the
So-
ground. Sorry,
oh, so
sorry,
sorry, so
everyone.
sorry.
They killed the best man.
Oh, is he
Wait
alright?
till you put your sword right through his head.
Oh my.
All
Is he
right.
alright?
I mean, I'm proud to be. A
Everyone
monster, but
will take, considering
that was out
that
of
you
order.
did it, but nobody stopped you, so it's going to be
No.
a group-wide XP. I
Sure.
hope you don't mind.
Yeah,
Absolutely
that's
did
fine.
not.
This is
stop
the
you.
first, I believe, the first game I have ever held in which somebody killed a member of the royal family.
Cool.
Azula.
Azula wasn't royal anymore.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I mean, you can count Charming, but that was the very end of the game.
Yeah, fuck that guy. He doesn't count.
2,000 XP,
Oh wow.
Oof. Everyone?
everyone.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Thanks for the.
We gotta kill more kings.
Thanks for the
I
regicide,
I have to go to the bathroom and just rub one out real quick.
I was gonna say, well, I don't have to go to the bathroom too, but not to do that. Just to poop, really.
Actually, it's an even 2,000. That wouldn't make any sense to receive the 20%. I'm sorry.
Well, it'd be 2,400.
Yeah, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, so back to Enclave. Back to Enclave's
What's the XP threshold for level 8?
16,000.
Thank you.
Because I did this last week.
That is nice.
Enclave has a belt that is covered with 7 diamonds.
7 diamonds?
7 diamonds, one in the very middle, and then 6 around the rest of it. And it's called the Belt of 7 Kings.
Damn.
It is +1 magic and 1 defense. And it has a special ability that says
7. Very magical. Very biblical.
Belt of 7 Kings. It is an accessory that it's a belt. Wearer receives +1 defense and 1 magic. The ability is an instant. It's called Royally Stubborn. Wearer can tell the belt to destroy itself anytime. This can only occur once during the game. When the Belt of 7 Kings is destroyed by will of its owner, 30 MP is restored to the wearer instantly.
What?
No surplus is granted. Any extra MP gain is lost.
I really, really want this.
It's
That's all you.
meant for you. It's for someone stubborn.
Ah, that's funny. You give me the okay sign like you're okay with this? I get it.
What am I going to do with a magic belt?
I already have
Wear
one.
Wear it? Yeah.
Keep your pants up.
I've got a lot of stuff on. I
Okay,
still have my cold gear
I have
on
a
for
question
some reason.
about
Me
the classification of the item. It's a belt. So is that going to replace any other armor, or is it in addition to my breastplate?
It's in addition to your breastplate.
God, I have to rub 2 out real quick.
For both your dicks?
He also there's a ring and an amulet. The staff broke, by the way, so the staff is not
I
usable.
hated that.
Not that anybody really cared, but
Tell me more
staff
about
is
that
not
ring.
usable.
Tell me more about that ring.
The ring is called the interdimensional ring.
What?
Holy shit.
Teleport is improved to allow the user to teleport to any location they have previously visited. There's a sustained ability within it that says there's a 20% chance of being able to track a single person who has been marked by the user wielding this ring. Upon you guys discovering this and evaluating it and going like, oh my god, this does blah, Undyne will say aloud, that's how the fucker was tracking me this entire time.
Oh,
What a twat.
he dead now.
He did.
What did you say?
Twat.
Yeah, what did you say?
I said the word
I
twat.
can't hear you.
I said no. That's fine.
No one has teleport, Jeff. No one has teleport. No one has teleport.
But we could.
We should just.
That was so
Then-
subtle.
That's
Someone should take that.
incredible.
And then the amulet is Hecate's protection. It is 10% resistance to arcane.
Holy shit.
You also notice that the way that the band of the amulet looks, it is very synonymous with a type of style that is popular for women to give to their babies upon being born.
Amber. Necklaces for babies
Babes.
is, yeah. I don't know why. New age thing.
That is all the loot that he has on him.
My ear's about to pop.
He's at a Screamo show.
Mop.
Yeah.
Mop.
Alright.
I don't have any gum.
The,
Sorry.
Belt of the Seven Kingdoms.
7 Kings.
7 Kings. Jesus.
I don't think he was one of them.
Hopefully not. It's the 6 kings. Let's go kill all the other ones.
Yeah, so much XP.
I get things
Belt
to
of the Seven
myself.
Kings.
Allowed.
Plus 1 magic. Plus 1 defense. Destroy. Instantly restoring 30 MP. Okay.
The king will have
Yeah.
woven robes of gold. Gold thread.
We thought the Play of Clay was the ostentatious one.
Right.
He has 4 rings of very high quality. Gold bands with either an amethyst, a ruby, an emerald, topaz, diamond, some precious rings.
Can I have the emerald one?
Yes.
Might take the emerald one. Does it have any
I was
important
struggling
properties?
to figure out what thing I wanted, and I just found it.
Oh, sorry. Does it have any important properties?
Gold and emerald.
Yeah.
Okay, I put it on myself. Does anybody else want any of these rings? I'm gonna pocket just in.
I definitely want one of the gemstones because I want to see if I can fashion it into my breastplate. But
I'm only interested in them for their selling
yes.
capacity.
Yes.
Same.
Okay. Excellent.
The
I'll
robes
just
are
take
just
the one.
fine. They're not like magical.
Hey, who do you think would want to buy the king's robes off us?
I know, right?
No.
I kind of can I
Narn.
can I be as disrespectful as possible and put them on and model them in a silly fashion? I don't want them. I
With
just
the
want
giant
I just want to
gaping
try them
sword
on.
hole in them that's coated in blood.
In fact, they probably wouldn't fit around my enormous girth.
Good.
Yeah.
Does he have gold on him?
No, actually, because he keeps it all in the vault.
Yeah.
Oh, where's that?
Down the hall, back where you started this session. Then none of you had the key for it.
Yeah.
Where's the key?
Yeah.
Was the key on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
All right, so you got the gold and emerald one. There's 3 other rings.
There's an amethyst gold, there's a ruby gold, and I'm gonna say
I'm sorry, I took
Soul
the
sword.
emerald one.
diamond gold.
What?
Hey, babies for
Diamond
life.
gold.
I'll take the ruby gold.
Ruby gold.
Ooh, that's pretty.
There's an amethyst and a diamond left.
You should have the amethyst. He's February.
Sure, I'll take the amethyst. What is it? I was reading.
It's a gold ring with an amethyst on it.
Oh, cool. I'll put that shit on.
I'll take the diamond gold.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Shut up, Rihanna.
Okay.
You're not Rihanna.
My ring is so pretty.
I examined the visor that's on the king.
You can tell that this is what was blocking them from being Flash Gorgoned.
Seems moderately
I
useful.
take one. You really want to get into a group chat right now?
So sorry, I don't know how that happened.
Dude, I don't want to
I'm
FaceTime your
really
ass.
sorry.
Mm.
Sorry.
Right here. Just look me in the eye. You never look at me during.
Ah.
God, I still gotta level up, man. This is ridiculous.
I'm taking one of those, by the way. The fancy goggles.
Yeah,
I'm taking that shit.
I think you could have it.
Oh.
I
I don't know.
really want
How do I
it.
stop
I'll
it?
on my
That's what it
mother's
was.
head.
I hope the Onyx Crown didn't have any magical properties. I'd feel like a jackass, but
No, I wanted that
Yeah.
destroyed, so
fuck that thing.
I declined it. Oh, I did it.
That was fun.
What would those Geordie LaForge visors be called?
Anti-Gorgon goggles.
Oh. Did they know there were two of us? We should put them on each other and then try to like Gorgon each other.
I was going to use mine.
No, you do it. No, you do it.
No, flash me, I'll flash you.
That's like two vampires going, I can't see myself in the mirror, here, draw me. But all they can draw is like stick figures. I was going to use mine to somehow do shit with my mother's head without turning to stone.
You can try.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a shot down the line. I'm not looking to do it right now.
Hammer,
Yes.
I noticed a change in you. What happened since we last met? Or since we last parted, I guess, is the correct word.
Where are you heading to go right now?
At this moment, we're planning on finding Daedalus.
Yes, we need to go downstairs. I think I know where to find him.
Okay.
People's thoughts are very loud at the end.
How was the quality of your call?
I'm not sure how to feel about that, to be honest with you.
It's pretty horrific.
Sorry.
I'm glad to hear that you don't take satisfaction in that. Okay. We should go before... And then you hear a very loud female scream.
Hello, princess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's wearing this very, typical pink and blue dress. She's Aurora. And enjoy your trip. And she sees the scene. She sees her father's body. She sees the doors torn apart. And she sees these prisoners that she knows were meant to be in the prison. And she screams and screams and screams to the point where all of you are like, shut up. Wow. Are you usually like this?
Well, I don't think every day...
Go to your room.
Dad dies.
And she runs back down the hall. And Undyne's like, I can get her right now.
Yeah,
I can get her.
Right now, please.
Forever.
I was half kidding. Are you serious?
Get her
Do it.
now.
And she...
No, not like...
Don't kill her.
That's what she thought you meant!
Yep.
Oh, well,
Yep, fuck. Well, now we get to kill two members of the royal family. Hopefully we get at least 1,000 XP for the princess. I'll try. Can I use mental prowess to
She
affect the
hits.
spears?
She hits.
Too late. I said it too late.
She only sent one. But so you can try to divert.
Yeah. Mental prowess.
No!
Not what I meant! With my new magic stat of 14, that's a 22.
Holy shit.
With her stack, yeah, you beat her magical ability. So
Into
she
the ceiling.
lets one go, and you grab it and like you kip it up, and it's like, "Yip," and like it breaks a chandelier.
I
that
thought
doesn't
you meant
exist.
you could chase her down. Can I like use mental prowess to try and trip the princess?
Oh God! Yes.
catch her.
32.
You lift her up, so she's like a hamster on a wheel, like running in midair but not making any progress.
And Goromir, can you please go grab her for me? I don't think I can hold her for long.
I'm like the furthest away from her.
You have 4 legs and are fast.
Clippity cloppity.
Thank
Peanut
you.
buttery.
She sees you coming, stepping over the bodies of guards that she had to run across because you guys left these bodies in the hallway.
Yep.
You heathens. And she sees you coming, and she screams even harder, and she's like, Centaur! Get away from me! Get away from me!
Alright, that's enough. Before you get it too, I say.
You are so far away from her that you
No,
can't.
I came too.
Nope.
Damn it!
I
Nice try, though.
take her out of the mindfuck zone,
Peanut, just come down.
place her on her 2
Call a
feet.
scientist! Call a scientist!
Okay, Peanut.
I place her on her 2 feet. I say, I'm not going to attack you. And I let go.
She runs.
I grab her. And I say,
Like, see, we're having a fundamental
might
miscommunication.
attack you for that, but I'm not going to attack you.
She runs.
She runs.
I grab her again.
Just knock her out.
This
bro.
time you're going to have to give me a d20.
God throw her against a wall or something. Just gently.
19 plus 6.
You reach by the back of her dress and pull her to you, so her back is to your front. Does that make sense?
Yes, and I like bear hug her, and I go like, "Undyne Hammer, like,
I need an adult.
yeah, don't want to attack her. Just are you guys good at calming them down?"
Undyne and Hammer run up to you. Did the rest of the party join you?
Yes.
Okay. So all five of you?
6.
6 people are now in the hallway, and Undyne and Hammer are like awkwardly trying to tell you like what to do, like don't hold this, don't tell her, don't use your kind of voice, and you're basically awkwardly but mutually somehow pushing her against the wall because they just don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So basically you're like holding her like this up against the wall. You're like, how is this helping?
You want me to knock her out?
And Undyne says, okay, we know where we're going. Dionysia, you had this idea of where to go, so you lead the way. Agate, try to knock her out.
Okay.
You want to knock her out?
Or we could use her as a hostage.
Yeah, we can do that too, but I mean, just I need her to shut up. So I'm gonna
That's
use
fair.
just my fist.
I'm sorry, Inigo. I didn't mean to jog his memory so hard.
You punch the wall and almost break your hand. You're like, I'm not game for this. Really, I'm not. And the princess continues to scream. And Hammer says, hold her here. We're going to follow Dionysia. When we are out of sight, you leave her and run after us. Okay?
Put some underwear in her mouth or something.
Sure.
Okay. You can see the door that led directly across into that little flat that led down into Daedalus' chambers. Okay. So,
Going for that.
okay. You all go.
Knock on
As
closed door.
right before I leave, I look at her and I say, "If you run and scream, I will kill you." And then I run. Good. Okay. I don't think I have to worry about her anymore.
You trot very quickly through the open door. Do you shut it behind you?
What?
Do you shut it behind you?
Sure, mental prowess.
There you go.
You keep running. You reach the staircase. You probably close that door too, and you guys quickly lead down that spiral staircase that's big enough for your horsey butt to fit down. You are now back in the library area, and all 6 of you look around, and then the 5 of them look at you.
Downstairs.
Okay. And they all head back down to the very, very dark level. They all look at you again.
I'm going to go to the area that I saw in the King's Mine near the wings and see what I can find there. I'll cast Mage Light, look around.
It is very dark in here. With the Mage Light, it is easier. You forcibly do not look at the table where your mother's head was before.
My
You
bag
guys-
feels very heavy.
You notice that the Child of Arachne has not moved a single inch. The Dragon Egg has not moved a single inch. Nothing else has moved a single inch. And you guys reach the end of the hall, and you see, for some reason, there's a corpse of a mimic here. It's really weird. And anyway, there's a work table right there,
Missing
and then
its
suddenly
triple
there's the
dick.
wings. Hammer gasps and says, oh my god, he actually kept the wings.
What's
Wow.
one of these?
They were a project that he was making for Icarus right before he died. We don't really know what happened to him, but
Who is Icarus? Heard
Daedalus'
that name.
Daedalus' son.
Oh. It's like a pang of empathy.
Like a coin of gold dropping on the ground.
Blink.
That's significant. Oh.
Oh, what a shame. More like a copper piece.
More like a penny.
Nobody gives a fuck. Ping. So do I see anything in the area of the wall that the king was thinking of?
Nothing is new in here.
Okay.
It's the same type of information that you had before. Jenny, you are going to remember that you found the notes
I did find the notes.
that said, say your name and fly to the labyrinth. These were tucked into each wing. Then you pulled them out. You deciphered them. There you are.
So I'll go to. Well, before I do this, anybody want to snag anything out of the room?
That dragon egg.
Now that we're here,
That dragon egg, is it big enough that I could carry it with me? Or small enough? Like a
Not really. You'd have to ditch quite a bit in your inventory, and we're already going to have to do a purge from your massive inventory.
Okay, I'm gonna sell stuff when next time we get to a town, okay? We can have a little selling session.
don't have a lot
Beginning of a labyrinth, there's like
Just
a,
the two of
welcome
us.
to the labyrinth. Guess what I have in store?
Salam to you,
How can I
you
believe
friend.
what I found in this chest?
Frickin'
Yeah! The fucking jester.
In the town around the field, I got all the deals.
Closer, come back, too close. A little too close. Yeah. Yeah.
But none of that matters.
That doesn't make sense for this character. That's just me. So
Sure.
Somebody's got a lot of room in her
Say
inventory.
I have almost nothing. Do I have room for dragon?
It'd be really appropriate if you just had
Yes.
a dragon egg in your
So
inventory for some
every
reason.
character I ever played
You have
would
a
just
yellow
be
egg
obsessed
with
with
brown
dragons for no
speckles.
reason. How about that? Just annoy everyone.
Sounds like a Dr. Seuss egg.
Yellow egg with brown speckles.
With truffle.
And I let Pyro know because I don't think it was known before. If you cast lightning on it, it'll like
Don't you ever know with my face with all freckles?
It'll what?
it'll hatch.
Don't do it now.
I'm not gonna do it now.
Yeah,
No,
just
I
saying,
don't need
like,
a
in the
dragon.
future.
You guys are on the run away from guards. Ooh, egg! Ah!
A small
Right, now I have to
dragon.
feed it, throw it back at the guards. Have fun!
The guard just goes like,
I win.
I mean,
I'm a dragon killer.
5,000 XP! Woo!
I killed a thunder dragon.
That meant he actually.
Agate, are you doing anything with the
farther
wings?
than one.
Whichever.
Well, they're too heavy to take.
I'm gonna put my hand on him and just say, Icarus.
As soon as you say that
Oh
name,
shit! Are all of us gonna go with you?
the wings open like a curtain, and they open up into a cubby in the wall that just beyond. At first, you think it's just darkness leading into a tunnel, but upon closer inspection, there are stars beyond, and there's like this empty.
Secret tunnel.
There's this empty void,
It came at
just
boyfriend,
beyond.
everybody.
and if you enter the cubby and like just look out, you feel this pull, like you're leaning, like as if you're leaning over the edge, and you're just like, oh, my gravity's like pulling me forward. It's kind of like that, but stronger, as it's like pulling you laterally forward.
I think I found it.
I nudge him in.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm
3.
gonna follow.
You awkwardly feel a hand on your butt as you're just like, ah!
Just to, like turn around the endless void, like,
Should we rest first?
yes, let's
My
rest
character-
in the castle where
Yes.
we just murdered the king.
Let's rest.
And nobody's
yes.
ever gonna be searching for us after we
No.
left the princess there alive.
My character feels like really awkwardly bad about that, and I immediately just like run in.
I was gonna say, can I use mental
Yeah.
prowess to drag Angoromir behind with me?
Agate's so excited.
You're coming with me, bitch!
She runs in there like super excited, like
Pyra throws up her hands and joins.
yeah, like oh god, all right.
I throw my hands in the air like, hey, oh, these people are fucking stupid.
There are sounds of chiming and echoes that are around you just for a moment as you're passing through this void. And for a moment, you lose track of where you came from and don't know where you're going, but you are aware that you are heading towards something. You are very discombobulated by this in-between place. And suddenly, your feet hit solid ground. You didn't even see it coming, but you're just suddenly there. And you're in a cave. No, you're in a tunnel. And you have a left and a right, and just behind you is the same opening with the void. And you can hear your party just beyond calling your name.
Oh, great.
Gonna call back and be like, Angoromir, you're a dick.
You hear Angoromir, you're a dick. But do not.
I accept the fact. Like, inside and out, I'm just like, yeah, I know.
Inside and outside.
What do you do?
I'm still traveling through the tunnel, I imagine.
Oh, you actually went through. I'm sorry.
I legit felt bad about nudging him through, and I just like awkwardly like clip-clop
Okay.
through.
You witness a horse butt go through this tunnel that you don't know where it goes. You're witnessing a horse butt go through this tunnel. You don't know where it goes. Hammer and Undyne go, this is normal. These four are so fucking weird. What do you
I throw my
do?
hands up again and just go.
It's like, fucking Dionysia. God!
Why blame me?
Agate.
I'm the victim here. This time.
It's just this one.
I'm still floating, watching the horse butt.
And then Undyne and Hammer land behind all four of you.
Yay, they came with us.
And then suddenly the void closes behind you.
Oh.
Darn, if only we had that ring of teleportation.
Well, we can
Okay,
kill a bunch of stuff here and get a bunch of experience, and I could get the ability to teleport.
No, I
Yeah,
know.
I'm
I'm
one
so
level away
excited
from
about
having
this.
No, seriously, I'm 1 level away from having teleport. I took counterspell last level.
Oh, super.
Are we in the labyrinth?
You are in the labyrinth.
Ooh.
I'm ending session here.
Of course. It's a great
Everyone take 100 XP for entering the labyrinth.
You know what lives in here? Oh gosh, the abomination.
Maybe. And just across where the void was, I'm going to say there is a code written in the same code as before, with an arrow pointing right.
It's like we're just like, oh cool, arrow, that's fine. And it's like afterwards, because we didn't decode it, we realized it said don't go to the right.
Yeah. Right equals skull.
Him's angry and hungry.
Alright, so we're ending session here. Anyone want to say the last words?
Fuck on Clave.
Congratulations on killing Enclave, racist, and also on killing a king, also racist, I guess. Bye-bye!
That's classist.
That's
Bye.